There we are.
Glorious.
Hola, senores. Senors. That's correct.
Senoras.
Senores.
Hola.
Thank you.
Hola!
Hola.
Hola.
Jake, nice hat.
Hey, thank you.
I'm starting to think in this household that somebody is stealing my hats because I now am down 3 hats that I can think of, none of which I know where are.
You
And
guys
no
wear
one
the
else in
same
this
hats
house.
every week. What are you talking about?
It's definitely
I-
Sven.
The
He's a
mice
known
are
hat
eating
thief.
them,
Oh,
my
the
gosh.
mice are eating the hats.
or they're
That
just
does make
stealing
sense.
them. Like,
Okay.
Are they
I'm
pretty
little
sure
hats?
there's like a bunch of children cartoon mice movies where they like take odds and ends from the house and make like furniture out of them.
Are you
I don't
talking
think
about
so.
the? Oh man, forgot the name suddenly.
That's a good
Like-
bit, Caleb.
We're like
Red
like a-
schools and
Cinderella.
Yes, let's go
No.
with Cinderella.
or like Fievel.
Fievel Goes West. I don't know that they do that in Fievel Goes West, but what a
Do
good
they not?
movie. What a good movie.
Everyone Google mouse furniture. We'll get to the bottom of this. Don't even worry.
It's gonna happen. Well, I got Robert Thompson, designer. I don't know why that
There it
comes up
is.
when you type
Mhm.
mouse
It was
furniture.
Robert Thompson. He's stealing
sounds
your
like a-
hats.
He
Sounds
carves
like a-
mice into his
Oh.
furniture.
Because his name is Mousy Thompson. There you go.
We cracked
It's his
it. We did it.
nickname because
Definitely
he puts
what we were
mice and
thinking
stuff.
of.
I mean,
Mousy
it sounds
Thompson.
like the premise of a Beatrix Potter book. Is what it sounds like.
I mean Harry Potter
Close.
and Bellatrix.
Bellatrix Potter.
Let's talk about where we are. First and foremost, you guys took on Lieutenant Sharu, the leader of the occupation of Madelon's Landing, outside of the bridge of the Royal Venture. Thinking that you could lure the lieutenant through a small doorway, you found yourself surrounded by 2 additional cadets and walled off in a difficult space with not a lot of options for maintaining positioning. It's kind of brutal. You were surrounded. Sharu's combat expertise and unique curved steel blade, aka the inevitable downfall, allowed her to both down Ko and Lisk before being defeated in the space she was stuck in with a, yet again, really greatly placed grenade. Grenades are very strong.
They seem to be.
Yeah, I'm going to buy more as soon as possible.
I would like to make mention, in the other campaign, we just fought the Garagakal in our last session, which is the infamous TPK that happens in most campaigns that play the first AP. And a sticky bomb grenade was the winner. The Garagakal
Yeah,
had
very
to take...
helpful.
Seems real good.
It was a standard action for him to get out, and he couldn't catch up, and he wasn't low enough hit points to be able to use his special ability. It was just a bad situation all around. Or I think he wasn't close enough to someone to use his special, so...
I was about to say, was it like the final boss in Burn Lords where we just skipped the threshold?
No, because he already got to use it a couple times. But I was talking about
Okay.
this with Caleb.
Where you couldn't get a single spell through your SR.
Oh my gosh, ridiculous. This boss fight, if you would have fought all of the HP that was available for this boss, it would have been 175 hit points. Because it had enough to suck life out of people and regenerate temporary hit points.
Oh,
Yeah,
That's
it's-
a level 2. We're fighting
yeah,
at?
level 2. It seems
It's
fair.
level 2.
Yeah,
It's a
yeah, yeah.
CR5 when you're level 2.
The solution we were trying to do is shoot it with a Starship weapon. But to do that, we had to somehow get all of the characters away from it so that we didn't also die.
Yeah,
Correct.
Sticky bomb
very
grenade.
close to murdering.
Sticky
our
bomb
teammates.
grenade for the win.
Yeah, our Vesk Vanguard almost went down.
Yeah,
Could've been
'cause she
brutal.
couldn't run because she was fatigued from a stupid
Right.
disease we got.
Good old VD!
Nice.
AKA
Yeah.
Void Death.
Oh, I was thinking of the other VD.
Yeah.
Y'all have a weird campaign.
So, in the Royal Venture, you finished off the remaining cadets, but not before Luna also went down. After the battle,
Yeah, piss some
you...
mook.
Man, whew, it was a brutal fight. After the battle, you finally gained access to Eliok on your 57th try, hacking it. And you also hacked 2 important data pads and found the location of Sedona 17 before being hailed by Ibretta about an incoming Aslanti starship. Also of note, Lisk flailed on the ground with a combat knife wildly, It was nice. It was very nice.
Didn't even die.
Ko thought doors would stop the lieutenant.
I did.
No, just that didn't happen. Twick utilized cover a little too well and couldn't shoot accurately. And Luna yet again came through with a huge grenade. Again, grenades for the win, guys. For the win.
Pretty good. They're pretty good.
So, let's talk about one thing before we get into this Starship combat that we're about to jump into. Actually, let me just go ahead and take us there so you can see the screen. I'll swap us over as well. One thing to note, we talked a little bit about, and I can hear the Starship playing in the background, so let's stop that for the time being. There we go. Let's talk about one thing we discussed last week that we couldn't necessarily agree on, but we decided not to implement, which was massive damage rules. I spent a lot of time thinking about massive damage rules because
Is Lisk dead?
No, Lisk is not dead. We're not going back on what we said. Here's why. In the other campaign, I kept thinking about what would happen if a Starship weapon was brought to bear on a PC, and it would be really stupid if I was just like, oh, they're just down for the count. They can totally get back up with resolve points. Because, per the rules, Starship weapons do 10 times their marked damage, which means the 3d6 cannon did 30d6 against anyone standing in a 50-foot AoE. There's no way anybody's surviving that. So, to me, that just spoke to the fact that we need to have some massive damage rolls. So what I did was, I looked at both Pathfinder 1E and a Pathfinder 2E. I really think 2E's version is just
2E,
better.
Oh, weird. 2E's just better? That
I know.
can't be right.
It's
No,
like
no,
I've been
no.
listening to
So
Caleb a lot.
weird, right?
Listening to Caleb a
To
lot.
be fair, the Garter Colt did survive one shot.
It did survive one shot, but it had a crap ton of health. And the roll wasn't super great for 30d6. I think you only rolled like... Oh, it
Wow,
got
it
half,
also
half
I think it was
damage.
halved. It was
Half
halved.
damage. It was like 117 or something, and it took half damage.
Yeah.
So, I went through, I made a spreadsheet that looks at the starting HP and HP gain for all Pathfinder 2E characters, which includes their con modifier. And then I also
Of course
looked
you
at the hit points for Starfinder characters, which comes from partly their race, but also partly their class. So those two things don't directly correlate, but I think based on those numbers, what we're going to do is, if you ever take 3 times your hit points in damage, and you are greater, or you are now less than 0 hit points, which there is a chance that wouldn't happen, but if that happens, you die. Massive damage rules go into effect. The way I looked at this was
Wait,
because in
wait.
Pathfinder...
You're saying, like, if you get to -1, but the damage that brought you there was 3 times your...
3
Well, I
times your
gue-
hit points.
I guess that wouldn't happen. Okay, I understand. I understand what you're saying.
The odds of that happening and you not going to like below 0 are slim, but there are some class combinations for stamina points where that could happen. So I'm just saying you have to
Sure,
reach
yeah.
0 and you have to take 3 times your hit points in damage. To give you an example, I looked at like 6 different classes, and all of them, the differential is somewhere between 1 to like 6 hit points per level difference between 2E and Starfinder, and most of them are buffed on the Starfinder side, so you would still have to take a little bit more damage than what you would in Pathfinder 2E to actually die. So, does that sound good?
Sure.
Okay.
But it's
We'll
not
go-
an amount, but it's not like you're taking an amount below 0.
No,
That doesn't matter.
We're disregarding the below 0 rule, because I think that's not how Pathfinder 2E does it. 2E is just, if you ever take a hit
Yeah.
that's twice your hit points, you instantly die.
Okay.
So in this case, we're just going to call it 3 times hit points because there are no stamina points in regular Pathfinder or 2E, and the only way to balance it is to increase the total amount. So now we're at 3. All that, I think, should make sense. Are we all good with that? 3x.
Works for me.
Okay. I can see Alex's face going, really don't like massive damage rules, so I could be okay without it. It's alright.
You'll be fine.
okay.
The odds of that happening are slim.
I mean,
Fine.
they are slim, but then when it does happen,
I'm just.
I will not
I mean,
like it.
Lisk had basically worst case scenario, prone next to the big bad guy with 2 health,
Yeah, so this
and
is a good
those rules
example.
wouldn't have killed him.
Yeah,
so,
those rules would not have killed you, because that wouldn't have done 3 times your hit points. Your hit
Right.
points are, I think, 14, so it would have to do 32 points of damage, which your level, the equivalent in Pathfinder is probably something like, I don't know, maybe a ranger. I don't know,
it's probably a rogue for operative, but so it would
Yeah.
be it would be 8.
yeah, D8 plus your con, which I don't know how much you normally take in con, but probably
1.
I was guessing like 2, 1 to 2.
Yeah.
So yeah, it wouldn't be far off either way.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so we're gonna go with 3x. I think that's good. Now, before we get into Starship combat, do you guys have any questions about changes to your ship since you've become tier 2? Things you need to know, and then we also need to discuss who is in who's where in the ship, what role you're taking. Because I think I just have you, I believe, temporarily in here. I don't know if you're in the right roles though. Right now, I have Luna as captain, Ko as pilot, Twick as gunner, and Lisk as the engineer.
Sounds about right.
Yeah, I think that's what we were doing last time.
Okay.
And the ace pilot.
We did move Lisk to the guns at one point.
Yeah, we
Actually kill the
could
ships.
stick with that if we wanted.
Ace pilot that's somehow worse than the gunner at piloting.
Hey, I'm also the engineer.
Engineer, sure. Yeah.
Let's grab this and this. Add them to combat.
My piloting is plus 10 now. Well, actually, not yet.
It will be.
It will be plus 10.
So I have everybody correct. Is that correct? Yes?
Yeah.
If you remember one thing we talked about last time, Ibretta came onto the intercom and said basically the ship was coming. You guys chose to take your ship to the Royal Venture, which means you got to, per AP, position your ship and orient your ship whatever direction you wanted.
That's right.
Based on where and you also get to orient the enemy ship. So you are currently, I don't know what the exact distance is here, but let's do a measurement. Thank you. About 19 hexes away. I read a little bit more through Starship combat rules. Also, each hex is 1,000 feet. So just so you know what kind of distance we're talking about, you're about 20,000 feet apart from one another. If you had larger ships, we would increase that to about a mile a hex. But with the size of ships you have, medium to small, you do about 1,000 feet per hex.
1 kilofoot.
1 kilofoot. Absolutely.
No, please.
Did our maneuverability change at all?
I
think
believe
so.
your maneuverability is still the same.
If memory
Let me
serves,
check.
we upgraded the computer. We got some new guns.
Yeah, we got a new
We
gun.
upgraded armor, right?
Armor. Yes.
Armor.
Right.
That's
Okay.
probably
And we
gonna
had
be
to
big.
upgrade our
crew
power,
quarters, right?
our core, right?
Yeah, crew quarters.
Before we get started, Abe, we might want to have you refresh your camera because you're delayed by like 15 seconds or something for some reason.
No. Alright.
It's so funny. I see you talking and then I just see you sitting there. And then you'll stop talking and your mouth will just be... Good. It's quality.
Oh, we upgraded our countermeasures too.
I believe you did.
Is it back?
I don't see you back yet. Let me put us... All right, say something.
What?
Oh, that's mucho better.
We did.
Mucho better.
Mucho grande.
Okay, let's start some combat. Where's the begin combat button? There it is. Excellent. All right, here we go. Combat started. Changing roles. Anybody changing roles?
Nope.
Nobody on my ship is. Okay.
Hang on.
Whoop.
The range.
Wow.
What's the range? We got 8 hex. We got 8 hex range, and we got what's the range on our weapons?
Well,
12 hex, and
I
I don't know
believe
what the turret is.
your turret is because you have the weird torpedo, the whatever it's. I can't even remember the name of it.
Don't be hating on our torpedo. Hey,
Oh, that's
It's a
in the
very
port arc.
strange
Yeah, it's a
weapon.
port.
don't fucking nag our torpedo.
So what's
Vandal.
Vandal.
What's the range on our light particle beam? Because if it's not going to be in range if we're not going to be in range to fire, I might do a science officer thing.
Okay.
Mm.
Let's see. Short range is 5, medium range is 10, and long range is 20. You currently
They're
are
medium
only
range.
within range of your... Well, actually, is your Vandal rocket launcher? How far is it? What's its range?
Long.
Okay, so you're only within range with that specific item. Everything else is currently out of range because I believe the other two have a short. Let me pull it up here. Does it say it under it?
Honestly,
Medium.
though-
So it is 10 hexes for your light particle beam.
Okay. All right.
Okay.
Actually, is there anything to do engineering-wise to start? Because Caleb, if you want to do magic officer, science officer,
Science officer.
excuse me.
Oh, I was getting real excited.
I
I
could
thought we had
shoot.
somebody with mysticism for a second.
I have points in it. I'm just also bad
I
at it,
also have points in it.
right? Because I can't really do anything engineering if we're not damaged at all, right? We don't really need it.
There are some things you can do if you're not damaged. As an engineer, you can divert to make all rolls of 1 be 2 on damage rolls. And that's pretty much it for the time being.
Okay. How about I shoot that cannon and Caleb, you do science shit.
Sure, sounds good.
You guys should be able to
I'm a fan
drag
of that.
yourself in. Let me know if you can't, but inside the ship, you should be able to drag your face to a different position.
Can I? How do I look at the ship?
Okay, so
You can-
for some reason in
Oh,
the
I
SFRPG with Foundry, if you are in the ship, you cannot look at the ship.
I
can
think I
double-click
see.
it.
You can double click it right now?
Yep.
Well, I mean,
No,
you can,
I just open it as a character. Is this what we're talking about? So I can just do this?
Yeah,
Yes.
there's a crew
Okay,
page.
there we
Okay,
go.
yeah.
yeah. You will not be able to edit anything while you are in the ship.
Oh, even
That's
the shield?
Well, sorry, anything you would click the literal edit button, I don't think will pop up.
Oh, okay, sure.
Okay, so I can't swap out our shields right now. Just upgrade them a little bit.
No, you cannot. Sorry. All right, everybody swapped. You good?
Yeah.
Good.
Okay, round 1, engineering. Here we go. It doesn't matter the order. We're kind of both going at the same time. I can tell you that. Actually, let me give you guys the spreadsheet here if you would like it. Actually, you probably don't even need it because you can see it within the actions. You can use it there as well.
Oh, yeah. This is nice.
Oh, shoot, I have bad news. Our sensors are only short range also.
Oh, so you can't even do that thing you were gonna do?
I can't even do that thing.
Son of a bitch.
Oh, good call. Good call.
Alright, you want to go back to the engineering room?
Sure, I'll give you +2 to hit. Or whatever.
Let me send you guys a link to this Starship Combat Split Guide. There you go, in case you didn't have it. I think I also linked it in
It's
the
in the mumble.
channel notes.
Uh-oh.
Okay, are you guys swapping back?
Well,
Yeah,
I moved my
I think-
character, but then they just disappeared from
Yeah,
the
Caleb
crew.
seems to have fallen out the airlock. I don't know.
I don't know what
Gosh.
happened.
Man, overboard.
Man
I don't know how to pull myself
I got
back
you.
in.
Where were you
It's
at?
not working. Gunner.
You were in the gunner seat. There you are.
Nice.
You got it. All right, engineering. On my end, my engineer is going to do a divert action. What are you guys doing? Who's engineering right now? Is that you?
Sorry, that's
Lisk?
me, yes. I will divert to give Caleb extra damage.
Oh,
So I
thanks.
just... Hang on. I can do this. Did I roll
Okay.
that?
That is my role for my engineer.
Oh, I
Oh.
see. Are we supposed to see that?
Did you? Wait, do we have a gunner right now?
Caleb,
Yes.
Okay.
Alright.
I'm going to divert
You're probably
these two
not supposed to see
weapons.
that, but I succeeded.
That must be nice.
He diverted.
Succeeded at the divert. So the DC is 13. That's a 22 on your end. That is a success as well. Excellent. Nice job. So we got 2 diverts. Are you also diverting, or are you specifically diverting to the weapons?
Or
to damage
like a
rolls.
general divert? I was gonna do weapons.
Yeah,
Okay,
you gotta
so
pick.
damage rolls of 1 are now 2. That's what
Yes.
that divert action will do. Excellent.
yeah.
Okay, piloting check. Here we go. Buckle
Wait,
up, bud.
let me encourage you.
Oh, you know what?
You can do it, Kev.
That's a good point. That's a good point. I think the captain's going to encourage. No, you know what? No, captain's not going to encourage on my end.
Got him.
Nice. Okay, let's make some rolls. Oh, buckle up. My piloting check is a 25. Co, what do we got?
Roll it from me or the ship?
You have to roll
Either
it
one.
from the combat tracker, I think.
The combat tracker. Oh, right. This is
I
how
think
this
that's the
works.
only place you can roll the piloting check from.
Oh.
And this is just a general. I don't have to decide what I'm doing yet.
No, you're just making a piloting check
Yeah,
to
this
see who
is-
goes
okay.
first during
Wow,
the
you
helm
were
phase.
close.
Oh, you hate to see it.
Wait, what about
close? Oh, the
Yeah,
button.
that
about
doesn't have the
the
encouragement.
encourage?
Oh, did
Oh,
you click
yeah.
encourage?
I did not.
What was the encourage bonus?
It's a plus.
It's a plus 2.
2.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so
Plus
let me
two.
edit this.
We did
Edit
it.
this to a 26.
Yeah.
Nicely done. Nicely
Suck it.
done.
Barzad. Ship.
All right, helm phase. I am up first. I think what we're gonna do here is we're just gonna do a normal fly. Yeah, it's not gonna make any sense to do anything different here. So we're gonna do a little fly action. Let's do there.
So not our
Turn
turn
one
first?
space.
No,
No,
we
because
go
you go in
seven.
reverse
We go-
order. Remember?
we
Going after is better.
You want to go last.
Oh, you're right. Okay. Yeah, no. Sorry. Probably done this once.
Except for like maybe right in this situation,
Mm-hmm.
It's like
Right.
Star Wars X-wing.
depending on how things turn out.
Better pilot goes later.
Is that how it works next week?
Yeah.
All right. Helm phase. My guy's just going to move down here a little bit and try to get turned around so we're in slightly better position. And that's what we're going with. All right. Indefatigable. Go. Piloting time.
Which side's port?
Left.
Left.
Holy.
Left.
Four letters.
L-E-F-T-P-O-R-T. And R-I-G-H-T-S-T-A-R-B.
No.
Okay.
Left and port have 4 letters.
Left
so they're the
port
same
have
thing.
4 letters is actually really helpful. Okay.
That's how I always remember it.
That's the standard mnemonic.
So we could go. Forget the controls for like. Oh yeah.
You have a little button at the bottom. Remember, that's what gives you your ability
You're
to
turning,
turn.
yeah.
Yeah.
We go here. That puts us 9 hexes out. And faces our port towards them.
Perfect. The rocket's got a 12 hex speed.
Rocket does
like-
have a 12 hex speed.
That would also put us like in range of the turret, right?
Yes,
no.
you only
10
have
10
one.
hexes.
10 hexes.
You only have one pilot or one gunner, so you can only fire
Yeah.
one weapon, unless
Unless.
you want to use the
Unless.
fire at will action. However, if you do that, keep in mind both weapons fire at a -4.
Oh, yikes.
Yeah,
Oh,
we can't hit
well-
without a negative.
Yeah.
I put you in range of both so you can choose.
Alright.
Don't
Okay.
forget to take the computer bonus as well.
Computer bonus.
Good call, good call.
Mhm.
All right,
Aaron
on to
of
the
things in
gunnery
the process.
phase. I am actually going to take my computer bonus here. And I think the gunner here is just going to shoot, just a good old shoot action. Yeah, I think we're just gonna shoot. Yep, that's exactly what we're gonna do. I think we're gonna shoot our turret here. Where is the computer bonus? There it is. All right, so remember, this is against your AC or TL. In this case, it is against your TL. And that is going to be a 13 against TL.
Oh, it doesn't hit.
No. Yeah. That's a miss.
That is a miss.
Good thing we upgraded
That-
the countermeasures.
Yeah, wow.
Blows. Wow. All
You're
right.
right, they do blows. Got him.
Yeah.
Where did we get all these upgrades to our ship, by the way?
I found him.
Yeah.
From the
I was actually
material that
thinking
we
about that
brought to the
earlier
planet.
today.
Yeah, it basically was the material you brought.
Yeah, we crack open those packages we brought, and it's like, oh shit, ship upgrades.
Yeah.
Like,
Wait,
take
exactly
this
what we
ship here.
wanted.
We'll just take these.
All right, so the Barazad has shot what appeared to be a torpedo at you. It went wide, missed. Weirdly enough, in this game, the way this plays out is if you miss a target lock, your torpedo just explodes, or your rocket explodes. It doesn't have a chance to... oh, wait. Let me take that back. I forgot.
Uh-oh.
This is a quantum torpedo launcher.
What?
So I have one opportunity to re-roll
It both hits and doesn't hit at the same time.
quantum. Once a gunner fires a quantum weapon, he can re-roll one gunnery check for that weapon after its launch if the result would be a miss. Only tracking weapons have this property. So let me re-roll this.
Wait, so every quantum weapon you just get to roll twice?
Correct.
Wow.
But it's only
It has-
for tracking weapons, and you only have a limited number of fire.
Sure.
And I've already used the computer bonus, so I cannot use it again. Wait a second. This is a duo node. Yes, I can. Here we go. Rolling again. Big rolls this time. That is I'm not even joking. Let me just reveal this to you so you can see it. That is a natural 20.
Wow.
Sorry, boys. So this is going to be double damage from this light Aeon quantum torpedo launcher.
Definitely
we go.
doesn't say quantum.
Yeah, I can't
Rolling
help but notice there's no
critical.
quantum
It doesn't
in that
actually say
name.
quantum.
Huh, isn't that funny that it doesn't say that? And yeah.
Holy crap! That is 26 points of damage.
Wow.
Yeah, I mean, that seems fair.
All right. Wow, that was a way to start combat right there.
Roller coaster
Quantum
of emotions.
Appears to be broken.
Yeah.
All right. Lisk. Twick. What are we doing?
We're launching our rocket.
Launch the rocket.
That's what we're doing.
Launch the rocket. Let's see it.
All right. Let's hope this rolls correctly. Boom.
All right. An 18 against my forward TL is a hit.
Nice.
Roll some damage. And then we're going to need to talk about what these stupid rockets you have do.
Yeah, we have stupid rockets. You get to roll with advantage on yours. I don't even want to hear it.
Yeah, right?
They do less damage, though. All right, 15
they?
points of damage. Yo, yeah, they
Not-
definitely.
it was a crit.
You do 48. I do 3d6. It was a crit.
You get to roll twice.
I got lucky. Yours keeps doing damage.
Yeah,
All right.
Not much.
Let me grab my ship here. So nice shot. Apply damage. We're gonna
One
put
of these
this,
rockets mostly because it does sound cool.
Yeah, they sound so cool.
All right. Here's the question. You have the option to tell me where this rocket is going.
Huh?
Since it has a 20 hex range, you can. I think you can just choose what side it hits on.
We can arc it,
Yeah.
curve it.
Oh.
It's like Wanted.
We curve it in a giant circle and hit ourselves.
I mean, I don't know. What do we want? We don't know where its shields are, so I guess.
yeah, well, we haven't
Yeah.
scanned it because
Yeah,
we
our
have bad
science officer's
scanners.
sleeping on the job.
Let's
So
hit it in. What do you think? Port? Let's hit it in port.
Sure.
hit
We're gonna
it
hit it in
somewhere. We're gonna be able to
ports.
hit it again.
Okay. Hitting on ports. Nice
We'll be able to hit port
shots. That appears to have penetrated the shields
Nice.
and done some damage to the hull. Importantly enough, let me see. Okay, how many points of damage? All right, excellent. We're still good. Okay, so you guys, we've already applied damage. We don't need to worry about that right now. That's fine. Round 2, changing roles. Anybody
We didn't
wanna
hit
swap?
We didn't hit a CT, did we?
You did not. Let's back up for
Wait,
1
we
second, though,
didn't?
because I need to know what happens to this rocket once it attaches. Remember, it's
Oh,
a
yes.
special thing.
Yeah. So when the weapon hits and does hull point damage,
Okay?
the shrapnel animate into drones that continue to damage the hull.
Okay?
Every gunnery phase, it does a D4 damage until they're removed with an engineering check.
Okay, and the engineering check for that is a 15 plus 2 times the Starship tier, or I can successfully do a barrel roll, flip and burn, or flyby, and that would eject them from the hull. Very nice. That's a
No.
really freaking cool weapon.
Aaron,
Very
I was
cool.
asking if we, the Indefatigable, hit a CT, and I'm fairly certain we did.
I think we did.
Oh, that's good to know. I was going to ask that. It will tell you at the top
11.
of your
Yeah,
thing.
so we definitely did.
All right, so let's look at critical thresholds. Because I don't remember exactly how they work. Here we go. Chapter 9, rules. Critical threshold. Whenever a total amount of damage has been dealt to a starship's hull points, that's the key right there, reaches a multiple of this value. Have I done 11 hull points?
Yes.
Hey, you did 13.
And you also got a critical hit that did damage to our hull.
That's true. So you will have 2 things to deal with.
Okay.
You will take critical damage. That critical damage, man, I did not look this up. I did not expect to crit you. I don't remember who rolls for that. Critical damage. Here we go. Critical damage. Critical damage effect. When critical damage is stored, the attacking PC should roll on the table below to randomly determine which of the target's starship's key system is hit, and it gains a critical damage condition. All right, so I'm going to roll a D100. I will roll this publicly. Where is the 100? Where are you? Where are you? Where are you? There you are, all the way to the right. D100 public roll. Here we go. That is an 18, which means it is your sensors. Give me a freaking break.
Oh no, not our sensors. We were gonna use
Wow.
those.
So do they go down a level?
Yeah, so they will go down one step.
Is that like
and then,
for this combat?
yes.
How does
So
that
that whatever that thing is will go to glitching. In this case, the sensors will go to glitching. And let me roll my second critical threshold because I did a crit and it hit your hull. This is going to be a 4, which is going to be your life support.
Oh no.
This will
Everyone holds
affect
their breath.
captain's actions.
Sweet.
And I believe all this really does is prevent you from doing push actions, but let me make sure. Because there's like nothing on this page.
We put our suits on and invented the inside of the ship when we entered combat, so.
Yeah, so it's not a big deal.
Oh yeah, just like The Expanse.
Yeah.
Okay. It does not say which system is affected by the number of sensors. Okay.
All actions except hold it together and patch take a -2 on glitching.
Yeah, so
Malfunctioning is no push actions.
Malfunctioning is no push actions. Okay.
So life
he's
support is
just
for captain.
Yeah, life support for captain. So I guess that makes sense. All of your things take a -2. Is that what you said?
Okay. That's what it says on this
Yeah.
cheat sheet.
Okay. Cool. If it's on the cheat sheet, I trust it.
Here's a quick
System
question.
not operating at peak, all actions take a -2.
Okay.
Do Starship crits actually do double damage? Or do they just do the critical
I
effect?
believe.
Critical hit, D20 on and damage dealt to a ship's hull.
I couldn't find anything that said double the damage.
Oh, you know what? Maybe it doesn't do double the damage. Maybe it just does an
I think
automatic critical threshold. I think
I
that's
think
what
that's
it
what
is.
it does.
Okay,
Well-
so I only dealt 13 points of damage to you.
if
It
you dealt
automatically
13 points, you didn't deal any hull damage.
I dealt 0 hull damage.
You did.
Yeah, you did
That was all
exactly
of our
twice our shields.
Wow. So you have no criticals.
Okay.
I'm glad we did that
That
little
feels much
exercise.
Does
So now
the-
we all know.
Does the crit itself not do a crit automatically?
It literally
It
says
only if it does
Starship's
full
critical
damage.
damage from an attack only deals damage, or the damage only reduces the Starship shield points. No critical damage occurs. So if I only reduce
Oh.
your shields, you don't take any critical damage.
Yeah. So
Weird.
we have no shields on our port, but
thanks for
none of
letting me
that
know.
other stuff.
Excellent. Excellent. All right.
Sorry.
Now that we've done one round of Starship combat, we're back to the top of the order. Changing roles. Yeah.
What a nightmare.
Changing roles. Anybody changing?
No, I'm here.
Okay. On to the engineering phase.
Okay,
I'm. Go ahead.
Oh.
You go first. You're good. You're good.
Okay. I was gonna try to divert to the shields.
Okay.
Just 5% of our PCU distributed to the shields. If I make this roll.
I am also
Right.
doing the same exact thing. That is correct.
Yep, that makes a lot of sense.
And I'm going to take a computer bonus this round.
Yeah, does anyone care if I take a computer bonus?
Oh, I
It
forgot
is
to do
a
that.
27.
It's a duo node for us, right? So
Yeah.
two of us can take it.
Do it.
Change this back to
Okay, I'm taking
blind.
it.
All right, so I succeed.
Did not need it. Fair enough.
Oh yeah, your bonus is 12. You
It's
never
plus-
need it.
Well, it's only 12 because I took
Oh.
the 2.
All right.
Okay,
Normally
Does
it's
Mark
10,
two
so I
do that?
could fail it. It's
so you
possible.
succeeded. So you get 5% of your PCU, which in your case, your PCU is what?
130.
130?
Yeah.
Oh,
130 is our max PCU.
let's see.
So, you know, good
130.
5% of 130.
Six
quick
and a
math.
half.
Six and a half.
Well, yeah.
Six and a
6 and a half.
All right.
And a half.
That is the end of engineering, and we are on to the piloting check. My captain this time is going to attempt to encourage.
Aw.
Yeah, attempt to encourage. Let's see if we can succeed. Piloting.
Are you not gonna
Here we
roleplay
go.
the encourage?
I mean,
We can't hear it. I don't know what's going on over there.
You can't hear what's going on over there. That's just too bad. All right. Make sure, by the way, that you check critical successes. It's important to note. When you crit success, that's when you roll a 20 on an action, you do something specific.
Okay.
Just pay
But
attention
it
to
is
that.
only on a 20, yes?
Yes, it's
Okay.
20 on a d20. Specifically, only that in Starship Combat do you add a crit success
Okay.
Word.
for like an action.
Okay.
So my guy is going to succeed, and I'm gonna make this roll. Shoot, what does it give you a bonus? It gives you a +2. I can't see it right now.
Again,
+2. Yeah.
+2. Okay.
to whoever you encouraged.
Situational bonus. Here we go. That is a very poor roll.
Am I doing base? I wasn't encouraged this time.
That I don't know. Hey, did you encourage this time, Ko? Did he lose us? Is he gone?
Oh no, sorry. I thought you were talking to Alex.
But
Did you?
Genie
Well,
Christmas.
Yikes.
All right, so we're tied.
Um,
Oh,
what does that mean?
I need to know what your piloting bonus is.
It's +8, right? That's,
yeah.
It is +8.
yeah, it is +8.
So I will go first again.
No!
Nice. No,
That's what you want.
Oh,
That's good.
Yeah.
That's a good thing.
God, it's so weird. It goes against everything I've learned.
Yeah.
Okay. I think we're gonna do a little stunt here.
Oh.
flip.
Trying to get rid of some drones, are you?
Let me, man, let me see this measurement here. Oh, frickin' A. All right. I guess we're going to. We're gonna move this way, I think. No, we're gonna move this. We're gonna move this way. Yeah. And I'm going to attempt a barrel roll. Yeah, we're gonna attempt a barrel roll here. Let's see if this works out.
That's a good trick.
That's a good trick.
Actions. Barrel roll. Where is the piloting check for a stunt? There it is. All right, barrel roll. Here we go. Do I want to take the computer bonus? Let's see. What is the barrel roll? It's a DC 10 plus 1.5 times Starship tier. We're going for it. Okay. Got it. Success. So I successfully eject the drones off the side of the Starship. And with the barrel roll, I am going to move up to half speed, so 4 hexes. So we're going to get to right here. And I'm going to turn ever so slightly, just once. So I'm facing
Huge
kind of the
mistakes.
same direction that you are. And we are on to helm phase for Alex.
Okay.
For Ko.
I'm gonna do an evade, I believe.
Oh, okay.
Should have gotten that freaking ram.
Do you wanna ram it? I mean, we can do ramming speed. That's a thing.
Ramming
Yes! Let's get him, dude.
I don't think that's a good idea.
I mean, you can do
It's-
it. You're going to take 1d4 times half your starship speed plus
Let's ram.
1d4 times your starship size in damage.
Let's ram and board.
Yeah, dude. Oh.
No.
I think we're just gonna evade for now.
Okay, evade.
Okay, do I add anything to this? No. Computers bonus? Do we want that?
That's up to you, my friend.
We've only got one left.
Only one? Okay, I'll just roll it.
You can do it.
Yeah, you did
Frickin'
do that.
A.
What's
Man,
the
that
0-0?
Evade check is low.
One of those is for the computers,
Ah,
and the other one is for engines. I guess if I diverted to you.
yeah, if you diverted.
gotcha.
Okay, so you succeed. Very nice. So you will have a +2 to your AC. Is that what it is?
Yeah.
Evade. Yes, +2.
Is it just
keep-
AC or TL also?
AC and TL, sorry.
Nice. Okay.
Good.
No,
+2.
it was
Till
important.
start
Yeah,
Not for me.
otherwise it would have been a waste.
No, you're good. You're good. Okay. and we are on to round 2 gunnery phase. I am up first.
Well, I still move.
He's moving.
Are you gonna
Yeah,
move?
he's still moving.
Hustle up here, guy.
He just evades in place.
Yeah. Which way is front on this ship?
The part that
it
looks
the
like
green?
it's front.
It's the
This
part
one?
with
No, the enemy ship.
tines.
Oh.
Oh, the enemy ship.
This one.
It's on this front, this
Yeah.
like north end here.
Not the green part.
No, that's it. It seems like the green part doesn't rotate. Wait.
Oh,
or
it
did
doesn't?
No, the green part's just the back, I guess.
No, the green
Okay, I
rotates
can
too.
kind of see it. It's
Okay.
okay.
I thought it was Space Navigation.
Sorry, I should have made that a little more clear.
We want to keep hitting their port. But ideally, if we could get not our port facing them, that'd be
Yeah,
cool. Because I think,
exactly.
I guess
That
our
is a-
torpedoes on the port?
Yeah,
Is that right?
exactly. So it's
Okay.
a
We don't-
problem. But we can
We
shoot
don't
with
know
the
if
turret.
they're
I don't think we can hit their port.
if their missile launchers in their front though, right? Do we want to stay out of the front?
Yeah, it might be in their front. We're not positive.
We can
We
go
can
to
just
the
hit them with the
backside.
turret. We don't need to hit it with the port weapon.
Yeah.
We have to move forward one before we turn, right?
Right.
You do have to move forward 1.
I'm right up on them.
Yeah, sure.
I think you would be on your starboard side, or you could
Yeah,
be
on our
almost
starboard
facing me. Yeah.
We
That's
go
fine. That's
we go
fine.
here and we either face this direction or this direction.
If
No,
you
I think
face
it
that
matters.
direction, you have a choice with which weapon you shoot me with. I don't know if you have anything on your starboard side, but you can shoot with your
We
forward.
don't.
Okay.
Well,
Yeah.
this is better for chasing next turn though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is good.
Yeah.
Okay. Very nice. All right, my turn. Gunnery phase.
I'm taunting before you gunnery,
Oh, okay.
Ooh.
Let's see it.
Get 'em.
Let's see it.
so I'll open a comm.
Where's
I'll
this
say, you
team?
might have got lucky one time, but that doesn't mean you're good. Bunch of egg-sucking, land-walking cat lovers.
Get 'em! Yeah!
Good God, my goodness.
Mm.
All right.
Not
So
great.
that is
Miss.
a fail on the taunt because it's
I
enemy
forgot to
starship.
use anti. I used common.
Oh man, yeah, that's yeah. You should have gone as Lanty. By the way, I'm echoing through somebody. I don't know who it is. Might be Alex.
No,
Is
maybe
your
me.
open back next to your headphone or
I
to
have
your
open
mic?
backs now. Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, you got your
I
open backs
saw
back.
you were wearing them again. I thought that might be what was going on.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm
To
gonna
be
take.
cognizant of that.
I think I'm just gonna take a shot here, again with my torpedo launcher. That for some reason in Starfinder Starship Combat you can shoot at literally any distance less than 20. So you're
what's-
2 spaces away.
Is it a turret mounted?
It is a
Yeah.
turret mounted.
What the
Dang,
fuck?
nice.
Alright.
Turret
Turret
mounted.
mounted
And I'm going to take my
torpedo.
computer bonus here and let's see if we can hit you. All right, that is my goodness, that's garbage. That is an 11 against TL. But let me re-roll because it's
Oh
quantum.
my gosh.
I don't get to take the computer bonus this time though. There we go. That's better. That is a 24 against TL.
Mhm.
It's going to
Yeah.
be
Broken.
a hit.
This weapon.
Gonna be a hit. And here we go. Here is the damage.
What,
Not
where's it
super
hitting
great
us?
damage. Huh?
Where's it hitting us?
I think it's going to. It has a range of 20, so I think it's gonna spin around. I think it's gonna spin around and hit you on your port side where it hit you before.
Sure.
You know,
It is only gonna do 7 points of damage though.
Dang.
man.
Got our hull.
We take
I
half
won.
a point of hull
We
damage.
take
Half a
out.
point of hull.
No.
Can you take half?
I don't know.
No.
I've been
No.
putting half.
And that is Barazad's
No,
turn.
it's not 49 and a
Not
half.
5.5. Hey.
I'm just
54
saying, next
and a half.
time when I heal 6.5 hull again, or shield again.
There we go.
All right, Twick, you're up. Also, Abe, by the way, your camera's for some reason slow again. I don't know what's going on with it tonight. It's doing its thing.
Weird.
It's doing its own weird thing.
All right.
Twick, what are we doing?
Oh, we're shooting with the light particle beam.
Are you gonna be able to hit me? I'm 2 hexes away, directly in front of you. With your
Probably
history
not.
of
Let's be
shooting
real.
weapons in Starship Combat, I think I'm pretty
Yeah.
safe.
Take the
I'm using the
computer.
computer bonus. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Computer bonus, excellent.
So here we go. Oh,
All
yeah.
right.
21.
That is a 21 against AC. That is a hit. Roll some damage.
All right. Light particle beam damage. is. Not bad. 9.
9 points of
This-
damage.
The die on my screen's perfectly on the edge.
Yeah.
So you were shooting. Let's see. I think based on where you're at, you
Can
can
choose?
choose. You can either choose my starboard or my aft.
Starboard.
Starboard side.
I
Okay,
don't like the
starboard
phrase
side.
my aft.
I do.
Gosh.
Boom, boom.
We're gonna blast him in the aft.
You did some damage, and I have crossed one of my critical thresholds.
Oh yeah.
So I'm gonna need you to roll a D1 hundo.
Oh my god.
Me?
Yeah, you shot
I
him.
guess, yeah.
I was a
All right.
36.
36. That is to my weapons array.
Yeah,
Hey, that's awesome.
Great.
Pretty good.
So,
Perfect.
All right.
what does it mean that we crossed a critical
So
threshold?
when you deal a certain amount of damage of a ship's hull, each of that is typically it's whatever the hull value is divisible by 5, which means there's 4 critical damage thresholds.
Gotcha.
Whenever you cross one of those thresholds, you cause a random system on the ship to gain some malfunction, some critical damage to it, which
Okay.
usually makes it operate or function worse.
Gotcha. Okay.
Pretty much it.
Okay.
Pretty cool
Um,
idea.
Yeah, it's a really cool way
I
to.
feel like that should be in like regular combat also.
Maybe.
Like if you're on 1 HP, you shouldn't be as
Yeah,
good
like-
as when you're at
right.
100.
Right.
Well,
Like
Okay.
you get a critical threshold and you roll on a table for your arms or your legs.
You end
You
up
go
in a
slower,
weird
or
spot
you-
though, where like once you start losing, you're just gonna keep
It would
losing.
snowball.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. Like if you
exactly.
get ambushed,
Right.
that's probably
Right.
it.
You'd have to balance the encounters.
Yeah.
I
for it.
think in this case, I'm going to roll this 1d4 because the way you're supposed to do it is you randomly determine one arc containing weapons. So what I'm going to do is port forward starboard and then turret. That's
For
1, 2,
forwarding?
3, 4.
Four.
That sound good? Here we go. 1d4, 3. So my starboard weapon
We wanted
is
the
now. I rolled a 4. I rolled a 3.
4. We wanted the 4.
Yeah, you did want the 4. My starboard weapon is now glitching.
Wait, why do we want 4?
That was where the turret
Didn't
was.
you say
I
4 was
assume.
turret?
Yep, I said 4 was turret.
Oh. What about
Okay. Damage phase done.
Yeah, what
Back
about
to
aft?
the top of the order.
I think it was a section containing a weapon.
Oh,
so if he
it's
doesn't
turret.
have one in his
Fair
aft.
enough. Fair enough.
Yeah,
Oh,
I
so
basically
he
just
doesn't
gave
have
you
one in
some
his
free
aft.
information there.
Ah.
All right, changing rules. Anybody want to change?
No.
No. Excellent. All right. Too late. Engineering phase.
Wow.
You got to be quicker.
I was gonna suggest
speak up.
Too
something.
late.
If you want to talk about it, you can talk about it. I'll go back. This is the only
Uh,
time though. The next time I'm going if I don't hear a word.
If the captain wants to shoot, I can go to the science room and rebalance some shields. In addition to adding more shields. It's up to you.
Oh, that's not a bad idea.
Oh, so this could be adding shields and you'd be balancing.
Yeah. So I add another
Gotcha.
6.5
And
Yeah,
then I
sure.
could move from one spot to another.
from our aft.
Yeah.
Do a little quick swippity swap.
That's not a bad idea.
Alright.
Yes.
Okay.
Do you want
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay.
Cool.
Do it.
I was just
Swap.
going to encourage the piloting check, so.
Okay.
All
It
right, here
doesn't
we go.
like me moving my character to a new spot.
Do I need to put it back in?
Killed me again.
Oh, that's
shot me
awesome.
out the airlock.
I love when that happens. Where were you going to? Sorry.
Science.
Engineering. What?
Science.
You're
Science.
going to
officer.
science?
I'm going to science. Yes.
Is that where you rebalance?
Yes.
Oh. It's weird. Okay. Sorry, I thought that was an engineering thing.
Yeah, you were balancing.
I think you
shield
can only
before.
have one engineer.
No, it says no
Right.
limit on the
Yeah.
Starship. Maybe that's
Uh,
wrong.
I don't know why, but this says you cannot have a science officer. It's not letting me put you there. What the heck?
We have
me
bad
try and take
sensors,
everybody
but
off.
we
You're
do
not
have
allowed.
sensors.
You're not allowed.
Can we hire NPCs to man the other like
Great
parts of the ship?
question.
All right, Ko goes there. Lisk goes to engineering. Twick goes to science. Are you broken? Is your character broken? No.
I mean, I can open my character.
Oh, yeah, it is. Look at that.
I
finally
cannot
found
drag you
it.
to science officer. Oh wait. Do you have the skill for science officer?
I imagine so.
I mean,
Computers?
I have
It's
Yeah,
like
you have
his one
computers.
thing, yeah.
computers. Yes.
It will not let me put you there. I don't know if it's broken or something, but let me console this real quick, see what's going on.
I didn't see anything. Any errors?
Twick. Science officer. Boop. It's just not letting me put you in there, bud. You're gonna have to manually put your bonus in whenever you do whatever your science officer actions are.
I can do that.
Okay. Who was at the gunner? Luna, were you at the gunner or were you at captain?
Luna.
Gunner.
I don't know what's a gunner.
Got it. Sorry, I don't know
Quickly,
why that would be
man.
doing that. That's
What's the
very,
man?
very weird. Okay, on to engineering.
Yeah. I'm gonna do divert again to shields.
I am also diverting to shields.
Come.
And I
Caleb, I
am
will
going
leave you the
to...
bonus.
I don't really need it.
Okay.
I have to
I'll
roll
leave
a
it
4
for
to
Alex
succeed.
then.
I'm going to take one of my bonuses.
I'll need it.
Roll.
Okay. Well, yeah, but we get 2.
Oh, yeah. Definitely got
Oh,
that
yeah.
divert.
Thank God
I'm
you
back
did
to
that
rolling.
+1, huh?
Publicly somehow. Okay. All right. So let's do 5 there. Okay. I have diverted.
Same.
You guys have diverted. On to piloting check. I think my captain here is going to demand.
Ooh.
Yeah, my captain's going to yell in his lanty to his pilot here and attempt to make him do a little better this round. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Demand, no problem. That's a +4. It doesn't even matter because you rolled horribly.
I rolled a 1.
Gosh. Well, I still needed it. I guess I didn't because your roll was small enough, but it's going to be helpful. All right, round 3 helm. Go. What are you doing?
We are evading.
You're evading. Weird. Crazy strategy to evade.
Stunt. Evade. Okay. Is a computer bonus available? Is that what was discussed? Or is...
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I think you and Poe get it.
Taking it.
Oh.
Man.
Oh.
18.
Succeed at the evade, so you get a +2 here. Okay.
We even
Where
want
you
to
going?
move. I think we just stay.
I mean, this honestly
wanna
was pretty good spot.
Do we want to spin?
That's a good trick.
What's our weak side?
Our weak side is our port.
Okay, we'll
This is also
stay
where a
here.
rocket launcher is.
And it's also where the rocket launcher is, so it's
Oh, do
kind
you
of
want
And yeah, I mean, it's a.
Do you want it for this round?
Abe, how good of a
It's
shot
Abe.
are you? You think you're gonna hit them?
Probably better than I am.
It's
I
possible.
have a +2.
Is your piloting better? No, is it piloting that you use to shoot? You can use to shoot.
Piloting
rather?
ranks or BAB.
Piloting
I don't think I have.
rank specifically. Interesting.
Letting. I'm taking any.
And then you add your dex modifier.
Interesting.
Oh, you do piloting ranks plus dex?
Yeah.
Apparently.
Oh,
That was news to me as well.
could put ranks in piloting, I
I
guess.
was gonna say. Looks like I'm
Yeah,
gonna be
you
an
can
awesome
use-
pilot.
You can use your piloting ranks or your BAB, and then you add your dex.
Or your BAB. Okay.
Yeah.
So basically
So I have
everyone
a
can be
plus
really
I
good
have
at
a
shooting.
+3
Yeah.
to shooting.
Okay. Yeah, I think I only have a +4. Not far off.
You know where you're going, Alex?
Yeah, we're going here.
Oh, excellent.
Ooh.
You're giving me your port side. Perfect.
You've got a torpedo launcher.
This is
You're gonna hit
great.
the port side anyway if you hit.
This is great.
Yeah.
When
Apparently
does
doesn't matter.
Caleb do his thing?
I think
I'm
during the helm
during
phase.
the gunnery
Um,
phase.
Or the gunnery
Right.
phase.
It says
Or-
It depends on what you're
here.
doing.
Oh,
Like,
I was
you
looking
should
at
be
the-
acting during helm.
I was looking at the image and it looked like it was going towards
I
gunnery.
think I
Yeah.
am going to also attempt to evade here. The Barzai is going to attempt to evade. I believe that's going to be a failure. Nope, that's exactly what I needed. That's a success. And my science officer, which has failed the last 2 things he's attempted to do, is going to attempt to balance.
Yeah, I'm doing that too.
You think you're cool? You can do it too.
Actually,
I wonder if this is gonna let me roll. You think this will work? No. No crew member available. Okay, fine.
Aww.
I'll type it in myself.
let's see here.
It's just a computer's check. Okay.
Gunners take Okay, take it back. I am going to.
Woo!
Systems have sensors. Ooh, yeah. I'm going to target system instead.
Oh, get
And
out of
I'm
here.
going to target your... I think I'm going to target your turret. Or no, not your turret. Your, what's on your port side? Yeah, that's where your rocket launcher is. I'm going to attempt to target that. This is a push action, which I can currently do. Let's see what happens here. All right, that is a... What is your Starship tier? Let's see, it is...
2.
Oh wait, this is a DC 5 plus 1.5 times Starship tier plus bonus from defensive countermeasures. I have an 18. I think you have a 6, 7, 8, 10. Do you have Mark II countermeasures?
I believe so.
Okay, so I still succeed. So excellent. So I will crit on rolls of 19 or 20.
Ridiculous with a reroll.
Yes.
Yeah, that is
Okay.
crazy.
And I think I am going to... Have I taken damage there right now? I think I'm just gonna... Yeah, okay, so he's gonna move still. The pilot, which I didn't get a chance to do, whoops, is going to move... let's see, up 1, to the right 1, to the right 1, and rotate twice. Yep, to right there. Alright, Caleb, are you done with your helm phase stuff?
No, I did the rebalance. I need to actually go and do it. I'm moving 8 from the starboard shields to the port shields. Actually,
Okay.
if this happens after the piloting, I might move more. I'm gonna move. Yeah, I'm gonna move.
I think it happens simultaneously, but...
Oh, does it? Okay. Then I'll move the 8, like I said.
Okay.
Alright.
Alright.
14 and a half.
The helm phase, and we are on to gunnery. You are up first. We both have successful evades at the moment. Keep that in mind.
Don't forget to take the computers.
Computer.
I believe in
that
you.
was it,
You can
right?
do it. Take a shot.
That was all it.
That's
Well, that's not bad.
pretty
Okay.
good.
A 16. What are you shooting?
16.
Looks like you
So
shot
this-
the rocket launcher.
This didn't add my,
Oh, the rocket launcher.
oh no, it did.
Okay. A
Yeah,
16
okay. Yeah,
against
cool.
a evaded TL is exactly a hit.
Got him.
Roll some
So
damage.
good.
A lot of freaking damage too. Holy crap.
Roll it.
I see a 1 and a 2 there. 14,
Yeah.
15.
There was also an 8.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Which side? Where did you shoot this rocket to?
Whatever we've been hitting before, I think.
I think we've hit
We've been hitting
starboard.
forward.
I think we've hit
and
both
we also
starboard
hit
and
starboard.
port. We
Yeah,
hit
you're
both
right.
of them.
Let's go starboard then.
Starboard. Okay. Let me go ahead and apply this damage. Apply damage to the starboard. Okay. That is a critical threshold.
Got
So
him.
good.
Nice.
Gonna need you to roll a D100.
Roll.
50.
Okay.
50.
50, which is a freaking weapons array. My goodness.
All right.
Get
All
another
right.
one.
Let me roll a public D4 here. See what we get. That is a
Hey,
freaking
yeah.
get
Got
out
it.
of here.
That's a turret.
My gosh.
We got him.
That's so dumb. That's so dumb. That's so dumb.
Maybe you
all
should
right.
get a less shitty ship. How about that?
So does that get applied before your shot?
No, it does not, because it only really applies
Okay.
to rolls. That's all
That's
that
what I was
really
gonna
matters
say.
on. Yeah. Well, I guess
That'd be nuts if it
You're about
applied
to make a
this
roll,
shot.
are you
I am
not?
about to make a roll, but I think it's all subsequent rounds. Let me look. We can check this to make sure.
It's got to be right because
Otherwise, going first is definitely better, right?
Yeah.
Right. I don't even see that section. I'm gonna guess it's the following section. I don't because it's
we
happening
can assume that
simultaneously.
for now, and if we find
you
something
apply
else
all
later.
you apply all damage after all of the shots have been taken, right?
Oh, that's a valid point.
That's
so I
right.
wouldn't apply it
Okay.
until
so you
because the damage phase
you don't
is at
get
the
your
end.
critical threshold.
Right.
Until after.
Right.
Makes sense.
Okay. Okay, so we're gonna attempt to shoot this torpedo launcher again. Let's go ahead and take the second computer bonus here. Big rolls. That is a no joke natural 20. There you go.
Of
There
course.
you
Yeah,
have it. So this is regular damage, but hopefully I can pass your critical threshold here. Let's see. Where have I done some?
You just need to get through the shields.
All right, I am going to, again, I'm just targeting this port side. So let's roll some damage here. Damage. That is 9 points of damage.
Yeah, but I think you overloaded our fort. I think it can only go to
No.
13, right?
No, quadrant limit is 35. It says.
Yeah, but
Oh.
you can only, every quadrant has to have 10% of max shields. Keep that in mind. When you use the science officer action to balance, you have to have a minimum 10% of current
Yeah, we
total
do.
shield points in each.
Oh,
We do.
Well, we don't quite.
No, we do.
That means we need 6, right? Oh, 10%.
No, shields
we need
50
more than
total,
that.
right?
Yeah, okay. Yeah, you're right. Sorry. I was thinking 5% of
We're good.
PCU.
You're
Okay.
10% of shield.
So we're all good. We good?
Yeah,
We take
we're good.
9 here. Okay.
We did the exact right thing.
Right.
put it at
I mean,
5.
good,
That's perfect.
Good work, everyone.
good
Good
balance. Good balance, Caleb.
Yeah, huge.
I
My
knew
goodness.
exactly what I was doing, guys. I planned
All right,
that.
damage rolls. So now it would be applied, and now I would have my turret would have glitching.
Oh yeah, I just found out the turret is in all arcs. Counts as being in all arcs.
I see that now. So now
I
the
was
turret is
Curious
malfunctioning.
why ours didn't have a turret drop down. So I looked it up.
Do you want me to put this in one of my other weapons arcs, or I can re-roll this as a 1d3?
Don't matter
I'll
to
just
me.
I'll just re-roll as a 1d3. Public roll. Well, I won't roll as a 1d3, but there we go. 1. So it's gonna go in my port. Is now glitching.
Nice.
Okay. Put it back on blind, and we are back to round 4. Changing roles. Anybody want to change?
Wait, so your turret
Peter.
just takes the effect of whatever arc?
Yeah, because it's in all arcs.
So, did we
So if
effectively
it's two
hit
weapons
it
at the same time?
twice?
We
with the crit?
effectively we made it glitch. If any of them are glitching, I think the turret also counts as glitching.
Right.
Okay.
So
Oh.
right now, 2 of them are glitching. If I'd have rolled my starboard again,
I
then
see.
that would have been malfunctioning, which means the turret would have been malfunctioning.
So, right now, the turret is glitching.
Which is a weird choice for them to do
Yeah, I don't
instead
know.
of just making turret another one.
Yeah, that would
Wait,
make
so
more
if you
sense.
hit-
Yeah.
If you hit 2 separate weapons, it doesn't affect the turret twice.
Correct.
That's weird.
It just takes the worst of the 2, I think.
Yeah.
Or it
Starfinder's
takes
a
the
weird
worst of everything in
system.
there.
There's some
So
weird
weird.
things. There's some weird things. Okay, changing roles. Anybody changing?
I probably don't need to balance this time. We're looking pretty good.
You think so?
I don't know. What do you guys think? I'm
Um,
playing around to balance if we want.
I mean, we
No,
got
it's
we
fine.
got 5s and port and starboard.
let me give the bonus to Alex again.
Okay.
I'll
So
go back to
does that mean Abe's going to captain?
Capitan.
Caleb's going to.
El
Yeah,
Capitan.
Okay.
Caleb,
Gonna-
take the shot. I'll
I'll put you
refuck
back
our
in here,
port.
Caleb, as
Thanks.
gunner. There you
Thanks.
go. All right. Okay, we're done changing roles. Moving on to engineering.
I'm gonna divert the shields.
Yeah, I think
For
mine's.
use.
Don't forget about your drones.
Yeah,
Oh,
mine
yeah,
is
you got
going
drones.
to divert as well. Yeah, I know. I'm gonna do it with my pilot again.
Yeah.
So
we get 6.5.
I think I'm gonna divert to.
Like, I'm just saying, if I can divert twice to port, I'm taking 7. That's all I'm saying.
Computer bonus. Okay, I'm diverting. Let's see what happens here. That is a success on shields. So got that. All right. Piloting checks.
What's the bonus?
Oh,
Dave?
piloting. Sorry. I need to roll it.
Oh, we had to decide if you
Diplomacy. Do it.
get it from me or not.
Yeah, you got it.
And
You
it's
go
a plus 2.
Should be a +2.
Okay.
Not bad, not bad.
Not bad.
Oh, never mind. Very good.
Yeah.
Good, actually.
Crazy good.
All right.
I was still seeing the previous roll.
Helm phase. I am up. Man, that sucks. I think we're just going to do a barrel roll again because it doesn't make any sense to do anything else. Yeah, I think that's what I'm going to do. This pilot's going to do another barrel roll and attempt to flip these drones off.
It's just rude.
Stunt barrel roll. Here we go.
Oh, so I forgot about that. So we're attached. So what happens if you don't get a bomb?
I take hull damage every round.
Yeah, we hit them.
One
Yeah,
It's
d4
like space poison.
All right, so
During
that
each phase.
is a success. I successfully
Dang.
flip them off.
What a cool thing
wow.
to do.
He's gonna move. This guy's gonna move here.
You should be able to like use the
4
propulsion
hexes.
to spin for the barrel roll, and then just like cut off the engines and continue spinning forever.
Okay.
And then we never hit a specific part of your ship again. And you
The
always throw
other
drones off of.
Yeah. The other thing, I think my science officer is going to balance to attempt to move some shields here. Attempting to balance, that is a success. All right, let's see what we got right now. So currently my ship is on its back. Its starboard side is facing you. Just want to keep that in mind.
Wouldn't that be the port?
Sorry, the port is
Good
currently
port.
facing you.
Good call.
Yep. Okay, and I am done, Alex. Whatever you want to
This
do.
fog, no. Alright. I mean, I'm just gonna keep on doing evades, probably.
That's
going well.
pretty good. It's we get a nice benefit from the Vandal drones, I guess, because he's not doing evade every time.
Yeah, right. I was gonna say, man, these drones aren't very good, but then I'm like, oh wait,
They are
It's
good.
Yeah.
eating all of his action.
It
The
forces
engineering
you-
check is
yeah.
hard.
Yeah, it looked a lot harder than the piloting check.
Y'all's taking computers this time? Should I take it?
Take it.
You should take it because we still have 2 left.
Yeah, we got 2. Oh.
Oof.
Still got it. Evade
Yeah,
is
you
very
got
low.
it.
Computers check.
Gosh.
Evade is
Oh,
very,
gosh.
very low. All right, successful evade. Where are you moving to?
So we want to get to the starboard side, probably.
But I mean, if we use the rocket launcher, we should be able to loop it to wherever the
Oh,
frick
right,
we
'cause it
want,
can
right?
move.
Apparently, it doesn't
forever.
matter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How many
Kinda
shots do
takes
you
the
have left?
strategy out of this.
That thing only is a limited fire 3.
I think we've only shot it twice, so I think we got 1.
No, we shot times.
I'm pretty sure you
definitely,
shot
right?
it 3 times. Yeah.
Have we shot it 3 times? Oh, dang.
Caleb shot it. Abe shot
shot
it.
Caleb, you shot it
once.
twice, right?
I just shot it once. I shot the coil gun in the
Oh.
second round.
Yeah, coil guns.
Oh, yeah. Then
That's
we
what I
used
thought.
twice.
We have 1 more.
Okay, you have 1 shot left.
Yes, that is correct. We have 1 more.
Well, port shields are looking pretty good, so I'm just gonna stay this side.
How quickly do those read?
Oh, the light particle beam.
The missiles.
We'll just stay here.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, if you can get in his aft, he can only shoot us with the turret.
Yeah, getting his
So
ass.
that's always beneficial.
Get in there, dude.
Oh.
Shoot.
To get in his aft, we. Wait. We have to turn here, turn here. When, I mean, I guess you could fire.
Fire the other gun.
Yeah,
Well, you can still
fire the.
Can you
Yeah, the
fire the
turret.
port still?
You cannot
and just,
fire a weapon against a ship unless it is within the arc.
even though the turret or the missile can just travel.
Yep. You have to be able to target with the weapon. That's the key.
Okay.
Okay. We
just
can
get
just
up on
shoot
there.
him with the shitty turret.
Oh wow, you can actually make
It's
it, huh?
3d6.
We can make it here.
It's not that
I mean,
bad.
Which
I was
that
gonna
gets us
say,
a
well,
better-
it's shitty.
We would
but
face towards them, not the port wouldn't face them.
it's also- I mean, it's okay. Our
The port would hit
forward
him now.
shields are our best shields right now.
True. The port would hit him there if you did the one more step, because you could, after go in there, you could turn and face down. Right.
This would fit this way, this way. Boom, 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 boom. No, because you can only turn one degree
Wait.
per.
Yeah.
We only have
so
8 movement, right?
Yeah. This would be
Yeah,
8.
that's
That's
right.
our
then.
that's
yeah,
our
8
that's
hexes
the
in
extent
that
of our
last
movement.
that last movement. You turn right one more time, and then you're facing down.
Oh,
Instead
when
of
you're in
adding-
No,
that
it's
square.
already
no,
a
because
turn
we can't turn
on this
again.
one. This is
That's
already a
already a
turn. It would be facing
I'm
completely horizontal on the top X, and then we would face.
You can rotate after you move straight, though, right?
Right.
You can.
Okay, so then
You
we
have to
just
would
move the
rotate
square
after
out
you
after
move
we're done.
a hex.
That makes sense. And pointing down on that square, on that hex.
No, well, because if we move here, oh, that was
Whoa.
bad. I don't know where I was at.
Here.
It was,
I got
it was
you.
this
You
one
end
and then
here.
to this one.
You can
yeah,
either
yeah.
face there or you can face there. It's up to you. Well, technically, you
Right,
could
'cause
also
you move
face. You
and
could also
then
face that
rotate.
way.
Yeah.
One, dude.
I
one
think
we
direction.
can move and
Because
then rotate.
we'd move through, we'd be at this one, right? And we'd be. I guess it's
We
Yeah,
rotate.
you can already
and then we
be at
move
that.
forward.
You can
and then
already
we
be at that
rotate.
orientation.
really.
Yes.
Yeah, you move there.
You move, then rotate.
Okay. Yeah,
Also,
I was thinking there was
control-
more degrees of
rotate left.
rotation than there were. I guess. Or it's
Okay.
just the flat sides.
Are you good?
Yep.
All
Nice.
right. Gunnery phase. My captain, before anything happens, is going to attempt to taunt your gunner.
Hey.
Going to attempt to taunt. Let's see. What is his? Let me see what his good skill is. Oh yeah. Let's do that one.
I'm guessing intimidate.
It is. Yeah. All right.
Gosh, it would be weird if there was
Freaking
anything else.
Aslanty.
Okay, that is going to be a 25, which will succeed. It's only a DC 15 plus 1.5 times Starship tier, which will be an
I don't know,
18.
that
so,
wasn't very intimidating.
in his Lanty, he's going to say, you think you can retake this planet? Think again.
Are there rules? Like,
Well.
if we didn't speak as Lanty?
You wouldn't be able to hear it?
Yeah.
Probably.
Okay. Like, if you
You
tried
probably
to
have
do
to
it
share.
to Alex.
It's probably like the normal intimidate where you got to share a language, right?
Correct.
Or you take a penalty.
Okay, interesting. I was just curious if there were rules for it.
Okay, so I am up. I'm going to attempt to shoot you. No surprise here. Torpedo launcher.
What?
Minus
here
two.
we-
So
Yep, because you have. I don't have a. Oh, I do have a -2 because it is currently. I think it applies this automatically.
Right.
Let's see. It does. All right, that is a 20 TL.
yeah.
And I think this time the torpedo didn't look like it did much good on the starboard side, so it's going to swing around and hit your port side. Let's roll some damage here. Normal damage. Come on, big damage. Man, bad damage again. That is 9 points of damage.
9. Didn't you hit our port last time?
Yeah,
we did last time.
I couldn't remember. It's hard to remember.
Do not correct him.
I'm sure
Let
the
him hit
gunner
our
knows
port
better
again.
than Aaron knows.
All right, and that is my turn. Indefatigable. What are you doing?
Shoot. There's rocket
shot.
launcher.
Big
Ooh.
shot. You have a -2 to hit because you are currently
Take the
Yeah.
computer.
I'm taking the computer. I'm just
Evens
gonna
out.
roll without both because there's no check mark for -2. And I
How
don't feel
many
like
how many
typing it.
rounds?
Doesn't
One will
matter.
die.
That
yeah, it doesn't
is
even
a
matter.
miss, and that is your last shot with the Vandal rocket launcher.
Indeed.
You are out of ammunition.
How
All right,
many
back
rounds
to the.
is that tauntaun?
It's for. Let me roll that. Thank you. Did you tell me how many rounds mine was on for? That's only
I
one round,
missed.
so it doesn't even matter. Doesn't
failed.
even
It
matter.
didn't work.
One
Oh, the taunt can
round.
go for multiple rounds. That's
It's
sick.
1d4.
Yeah, the 1d4.
Nice.
That's
That
pretty
sounds
good.
really good.
All right. Damage is
Yeah.
applied. We are back to changing rules. Anybody changing?
Nah. Wait, unless you
Oh.
want to
I mean, I can balance
balance
again. Might help.
That works. All right.
I don't know.
Just leave
You
yourself
tell
in
me.
the seat if you're gonna.
I'm
You
just
can
gonna
always
leave me
put
in a
more
gunner.
people in the. Yeah.
Fine.
All right.
I
Changing
can't
rolls
move
done.
to science.
Engineering.
Are you moving to
phase.
science though?
I'm gonna move to science. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. And I'm moving
Engineering phase.
Oh, I actually failed.
Fail to
Wow.
divert. Natural 1.
Yeah.
Luckily,
Yeah.
I don't think anything happens on a critical fail.
No crit fail. Nice.
Yep, nothing that
That's
I can
good.
see. My action, I think I'm going to. This engineer is going to attempt to. Let me look here. I think I'm going to attempt to patch. The number of actions. I can only patch one thing, so it's not really going to fix that problem. All right. Never mind. I am just going to do the same thing. I'm going to divert to shield. I don't need to divert to shields. What am I going to do here? This is hard because you guys have never not had things on my thing. You never not hit me with a weapon. Things on my thing.
We did once.
Okay, I'm just gonna divert to weapons is what I'm gonna do. Diverting to weapons.
So I am. We
That
ran
is a
out of ammo.
success.
I'm wondering if they're running low.
Yeah,
Is
they've
it
shot
a
4
success?
times.
Yeah, they've shot even one more than me.
All
Than
right.
us, rather.
We are on to the piloting check. My captain is not gonna do anything, I don't think.
We got no captain now, right?
You guys don't have a captain, I
Where
believe.
comes captain list? Anarchy.
Okay.
I'm rolling for initiative here. I'm gonna take one of the computer bonuses.
Apologies.
Man, I am rolling just awful on these initiative
Can you
rolls.
take computer bonus on a piloting check?
I don't think you can, right?
Oh, I don't think you can. That's right. I mean, it wouldn't matter for me. Okay, so I'm gonna go first. Helm phase. I think I'm just gonna attempt to evade here because there's pretty much no reason to do anything else. Inventory actions. Where is there's the stunt. Yeah, we're gonna do an evade. Attempt an evade. We're gonna take a computer bonus. That is oh yeah, definite success on the evade. Okay. Okay. And I think this guy is going to. Which way is he going to move here? 5. Going to go to right there. He's going to rotate just a tiny bit. And he is successfully evading. Alex, what would you like to do for your helm phase?
We're evading.
Okay, my science officer is also going to attempt to target system at the same time. Where's my science officer?
getting
There you
computer bonus.
are. Target system.
Do it.
I am targeting your. That is a natural
My
20.
Wow, I
That
don't
is a
understand.
fail. Okay.
We roll more, like, the same amount. You've rolled, like, 10 20s, and we rolled
All right.
0.
We have
Yeah.
two special things we have to talk about here. First, critical effect. There's two things that happen with one, mine for target system. So if I critical effect, it keeps a continuous lock on your starship until the start of the next round. So I guess I could keep a lock on. I don't know. That makes no sense. I guess if you had multiple gunners, that would make sense.
Multiple gunners?
I guess.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, because otherwise it's the next attack.
Right. That's the only thing I can think of. Also important, if you fail to check by 5 or more, you move as normal, but you also take a -2 penalty to your AC
not.
and TL.
Go,
You
bud.
did not fail by 5 or
we
more.
can't.
No, you didn't. Okay, that's good to know.
Huh.
Looks like you
Wow.
can't. I wonder if a 1 is a natural
Impossible.
fail. That's weird. Probably not. Although, why would that exist?
You're bad at piloting when you do it.
The Starship is a really high tier, and you're bad pilot.
I guess that's true. That would make sense. All right.
I want to rebalance during this. All right, that's a success. So
Okay.
I can rebalance all of the quadrants. So there's going to go 7 to each quadrant, and then the remaining in the forward. So we get 10 in our forward and 7 everywhere else.
Nice.
Ooh, 72 in our port. Yeah. That's looking good.
72.
I'm done.
Okay. That's where you're going. Did you? Okay, you evaded, so you did. Okay, excellent. All right, my captain, during our gunnery phase, is going to encourage the gunner here. Attempt to encourage the gunner.
You do that.
Okay.
I have a computer available, right?
That is a success.
Yes.
So +2 bonus to crew actions. And then my gunner is going to
Shoot a shot.
I can't use that currently. That sucks. Well, that's okay. I'm just going to attempt to shoot because I can't fire at will because I have a weapon that's currently... I think that's how push works. Let me make sure. Push actions can't be performed. System is malfunctioning or wrecked. Glitching. All right. Okay. We are
Gosh.
going to attempt to fire at will.
As well.
So that's going to come off of our starboard side. Starboard. Yeah. All right. Starboard side. We're taking the captain's encouragement. Okay. Fire at will check. That is a... Are you freaking serious? Natural
No.
1.
What?
Hey,
Alright.
finally.
That can't be right.
That's not an... Oh, wait. That's not how that works. I don't have to
See,
roll
yeah.
the fire at will. I have to roll both
Obviously.
weapons at a
Yeah.
-4.
Right.
So that one doesn't
I thought that was
count.
one of the weapons.
Yeah,
My
sorry, I clicked the fire at will thing. Okay, let me attack with both my weapons then. First attack coming from the light laser cannon. We're using the fire at will, but we also have captain's encouragement. Here it comes,
Why
the
is it-
roll.
Why does it let you roll fire? at
No
will then?
joke. Natural 1. I'm not even lying.
Ha! You deserve
Sweet.
one, finally.
Second attack. Captain's encouragement. Fire at will. Okay. Whoops.
So did you actually just roll a 1 and then go, oh no, never mind, and then roll 2 more times? Is that what I just understood?
I absolutely did.
That's
Because it
happening?
didn't have the same bonuses. I
But
absolutely
I don't.
did.
If I rolled a 1 and then was like, oh, that was the wrong thing, I don't think you want to let me roll again. Is all I'm gonna say. I'm just gonna put that out into the world.
This is true. That is a 20. Well, it wouldn't have
Huh.
mattered because my torpedo would have missed, and then I would have hit you again with the second reroll because it's got
Because it's dumb.
quantum. So,
Mhm.
regardless,
And
it's got
apparently has
quantum,
like
but-
10 shots.
Yeah, you shoot it at least 5
it does
times.
not have 10 shots.
How many shots does it have? Because this is like the 5th
Good
shot.
question. If you had a science officer who could scan the ship, you might know. That is going to hit.
Scanning doesn't
So-
seem that great, honest.
I am going to roll damage here. Come
Which,
on, good damage.
quadrant?
That is 8 points of damage. I'm gonna hit your
Doesn't really
aft.
matter.
All right.
It almost mattered. You said 8?
8
Yeah.
points of damage.
Yeah. So we took that as our second point of fall damage.
Yep.
All right.
Jiminy Christmas, your shields are insane.
We
we keep
splurged
shuffling
on
them
good
around.
shields.
We did.
Okay, you guys are up. What are you doing?
I rolled my shot already. It was a 17.
Oh, you rolled your shot. Okay, that is a hit.
Nice.
Roll damage.
Let's go.
Let's go.
Damage.
We're still hitting
normal.
there.
Oh, 2 sixes.
Jesus.
14.
That's a good roll.
Jiminy
Nice.
Christmas. All right, which one were you shooting?
It's our turn. Oh, so we can do aft or starboard.
You can.
Is that correct?
You
So
can. Yep.
starboard.
We've been hitting
Yeah.
starboard, right?
Starboard.
We've been in starboard.
Yeah.
Okay, you deal damage. Damage round. Moving on. Changing roles. Round 6.
Do we want me to rebalance again?
How are we looking?
How we doing? I guess we have nothing in aft.
Aft is gone.
But you can put stuff in aft, and then we'll be okay, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, assuming I
you hit
roll
the
a good
check.
again. Yeah, I think we
Yeah.
can get a back
We'll
in
move back.
captain if we want.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's get you back.
To get the bonus.
Okay. All right, engineering check.
Here it comes. You know what's coming, baby.
Yep, you know what's coming from me too. A little divert
There it is.
action.
It's once combat starts, it's obviously the best option.
Yeah.
Just heal a little bit.
Heal. Yeah, it's a heal.
It's heal
Right.
most of one shot.
That is barely a
Yeah.
success. The weapons on this ship don't appear to do a ton of damage. Okay.
I mean, 3d6 ain't bad. That's what our turret
That's
does.
what we do.
That's what our turret does, yeah.
Okay. That is it for engineering. Piloting check. Here we go. Captain is going to
do you
encourage
want-
on my side.
Encourage here, I think. Well, we're out of
We're out of rocket
port
launchers.
weapons. I'll hold it for Twick then.
Yeah, you can face whatever
My
way you want.
goodness.
We have this.
Every
Wow.
time I
There we go.
encourage, you roll garbage on your initiative.
It's the third one I've rolled, so
My
when you
goodness.
It's the
I
times I
rolled
don't
terribly on the gun.
encourage is when
Yeah.
he rolls bad. So
Crazy.
apparently he needs it.
All right, you guys are up. Helm face.
oh yeah, we're up first. Let's see.
Love to see that 6.5 shields in our aft.
What if we just go like? Wait, what if we just go like here?
Yeah. Yeah.
You know they get
get
a
on
And
it.
we
Next,
do
right.
our
We
evade
can't
action.
be facing that way though.
We go
Right.
down and then turn, right?
Yeah, we go here
No,
and turn
we're-
this way, right? And then we go
But
here and
we
turn
were
this way.
facing down and to the left. We can't turn before we move, right?
Right, you can't turn
To
before you
move first.
We move here and we
No, we have to move first.
Oh right,
He's
you're
saying
right.
from the
We
very
move
first
here
one we were. Yeah.
and we turn
and then
this
we turn
way.
that way.
You're right.
And then we can go straight down and
Straight
turn,
out.
and then but we're
And this way,
pointing.
and then
we'd be pointing, and then we can point down.
yeah, we can point down here.
Yeah.
We
do
don't
our-
need. Oh yeah, I guess it doesn't matter.
So ideally, keep our aft away from
Do
them.
our,
We don't want them near our aft.
Stay away from
Just
my
like in real life.
Evade.
Nice.
Hey,
Not bad.
there we go.
Got the evade off. All right.
We're hiding in your plume of
I do
engine
see that.
dust.
I do see that.
Yeah.
Very
We're
nice.
protecting our aft in your aft.
Okay, actions. Let's see. What are we gonna do here? Piloting.
Flip and burn ramming speed.
Let me look at the
Get
list
'em.
here.
Dude, I want
Don't
a
tempt me.
freaking ship ram build. Oh, that sounds awesome.
If they get low enough, they're gonna try to do some nuts thing. These Aslanty.
Yeah.
Can we not just go to
Aslanty.
light speed in your direction and blow your ship up instantly?
Wouldn't it also
Yeah,
like,
because
rip
that
our
we
ship
know
apart?
that.
But
That's
we
how you
like
get through
jettison.
shield, right? As you do.
All right, so I'm gonna attempt to evade as well. Computer bonus on this evade. All right, that is a success. So now we're gonna move.
You gotta move before you turn.
That's a valid point. Thank you. Let me.
Yeah, we just did a whole thing.
We just said a whole thing.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right click.
Yeah, it wasn't working for some reason. I'm just gonna spin around here.
You still have to go One
So
hex
go
down
one
first.
forward.
Yeah, you gotta go like
Oh, I see what
here
you're saying.
first, right?
I see
That
what you're
was
saying.
that was my confusion this round actually.
There you go. Look at this guy.
And he will not. This man.
Some sort of ace pilot.
This is just not functioning. So I'm just going to move
Calculated.
myself to where I know I can be.
Just put him there.
And he's going to be basically facing right at you. Right at you. That is success on the evade. Okay, let me pull the combat tracker back up because it broke for a second. There we go.
No, our aft.
All right.
We tried to protect him.
It is gunnery phase. Actually, before it's gunnery phase, my science officer is going to attempt a target system. Let me go back here. Sorry. Target system.
Hey,
Target system.
Did.
Yes, I did. All right, target system. Here we go.
Let you go back this time, but next time we're moving on.
20. So that's going to succeed. I am just going to target your engines.
Hey, that's me.
Okay.
And I crit on rolls of 19 or 20. We are on gunnery phase. It is your turn to shoot.
Man, it must be nice to have a captain and a science officer. That sounds good.
Yeah. Alright, we're gonna do a little bands. Quick. Alexander? Demand?
I'm demanding me. No, I'll do it on my own
demand
thing.
very sternly. I'm good.
Alright.
Not cool with it.
I'm taking the computer bonus though, right? We're good with that?
I believe you are.
Yeah, I mean we've got two.
Alright, make sure we have one left. Hey,
My
dang.
goodness.
Didn't need it. We
Too
don't
bad we
take it
divert-
when we don't need
divert to
it.
guns.
That
Wait,
is
that's
a
not the thing,
hit.
right? It's the target.
Roll damage.
Boom. Wow.
That's better.
Oh no.
1, 2, 3.
You've been rolling so well on damage.
Oh no.
Slide it forward.
I
All
feel like
right.
I've rolled
I have
average,
crossed one critical threshold.
Oh,
Nice.
Roll a d100. I swear
Does
if
that
you
mean
roll.
that?
14.
Okay. Again. Science officer actions for sensors.
yeah. Now they don't know where we are.
Glitching! All right, it is the Barazad's turn. It's going to attempt to fire its weapon that it hasn't got to shoot yet in its forward arc. It's finally behind you for
boy.
the first freaking time.
So heavy.
It's going to take a computer bonus here. That is a 25 against AC.
Sure.
Yeah. sure.
Let me roll some damage. Weapons, damage roll. That is, oh my, wow. There you go, 4 points of damage on a 3d8. I literally
Wow.
could not roll worse during the Starship combat.
Wow.
Incredible.
Goodness gracious.
That's pretty bad.
3d8.
All right, damage phase, apply
Yikes.
damage, top of the order, round 7. Anybody
That
changing
could have
rolls?
been real bad.
It
Yeah,
could have been bad.
Yeah, switching back.
Oh, we
Don't
need
really
rebalance?
need
I
to
think
if you
we're
don't
good.
want to.
Yeah, we're good.
Okay,
keep
cool.
on keeping on.
Engineering.
Here it comes. I wonder what he's gonna do. Oh my god, he's gonna divert the shields. He did it. How
If
exciting.
you ever want to take over the gunnery, I'm pretty good at engineering. If you
No,
wanted
no.
to.
All right. I succeed as well. All right, piloting check.
I demand better from
Yeah.
Cal.
Well, there we go.
Fly the Starship like I know you can.
I think actually my guy's gonna demand as well.
Hey,
It's a +4.
copycat.
+4.
Yeah, he's gonna demand. Oh yeah, success. There we go. That's finally a better roll. All right, that's the piloting check. On to the helm phase. You guys are up first. You are directly behind me.
Mm-hmm.
Or in front of me. I'm directly behind you, is what I meant.
Mm-hmm.
No, you gotta stick with what you said. We're behind you.
Okay, let's look here.
Whip and burn.
Yeah, flip and
Yeah.
burn. It's a 180.
This position in X-wing, I would do a little U-turn guy, a little flip move.
Flip and burn flips you 180 degrees face aft, and then you move half speed. So that would put us.
The DC 15, so that's a top one. 15 plus.
Let's
one
try
and a
it just
half
for
times.
fun.
Sure, live a little.
Do it.
Yeah. Flip and burn. Flip and burn.
You want to take the computer bonus then?
Yeah.
Actually, you
let's-
got +4, right? I like your
Oh, yeah,
odds.
+4 from the demand. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
I
no,
mean,
I
not
liked
take
it.
it.
I liked
Okay.
it.
I'll just roll
Fine,
it.
you do you if you want to. We got 2 of them. We usually only use 1.
I'll
It's
take
true.
it. I'm taking it.
Yeah, do it.
Okay.
Oh,
well.
Didn't
God.
need it.
Okay. So
Get
that
a bonus
succeeds.
for that?
Natural 20.
Flawless.
To be fair, you were
Flawlessly executed
way
stunt.
overdue.
So now we're
There is a
here.
crit success bonus. Move full speed.
Yeah, you can
Oh,
move full
speed and
speed.
rotate
If you want to
180.
move full speed, let me know. I'll move us up so that you can move full speed.
Yeah.
I'm just going to go ahead and do it so you can decide what you want to do.
I mean, we
No,
might
not
as well
anywhere.
move further away
Yeah,
so they
get us-
can't
get
get
us all
other
the way.
aft again.
And they won't be able to swoop around us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, we flipped, right? So we're
Goes to 8
facing
and
north
then
now.
flip.
Yeah, but
Well-
you move up to full speed, then flip.
Then
Oh,
flip.
then
Yeah.
flip.
Move us
Gotcha.
8. Move us 8 away.
Yeah, you
Oh,
don't
Gotcha,
Orientation.
gotcha.
Flip
So it's
around
not a
on the
flip and
spot
burn,
and
it's
then
a
go.
burn and flip.
It's a burn and flip. Yeah.
Yeah, actually,
Yeah.
there's a big Reddit thread about how burn and flip makes more sense, and also you're not flipping. The mechanic is you rotate 180
You're
degrees,
rotating. Yeah.
which is weird because it's not flipping.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because you don't switch starboard.
Correct.
Actually, I
process.
think it burning and then flipping is actually way better. So
Flip
That's
and
cool.
burn rolls off the tongue. Burn and flip sounds
Right.
shitty. I
Yeah.
hate it.
Burn and flip.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's
all
terrible.
right. So we moonwalked away from you.
All right, is
We're good.
mine. I am going to attempt to evade here. Big
Better.
surprise. Big surprise. Evade. Here we go. Big rolls. I'm just... Man, I have rolled like 6 ones. I
I also
failed the
rolled like
evade.
10 20s. I don't want to hear it from
Um,
you.
Yeah, if it would have been successful at getting through your shields, it might have mattered. But I've never even gotten through your shields with any of those 20s, so I haven't been able to critical any of your systems.
True. True.
That's rough, buddy.
All
There's a
right,
reason we spend so much on shield.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're
Evade.
busted.
Sensors, who needs them?
I could still
Fields.
move
Yeah, we
normal.
still have budget.
I'm gonna get
Budget.
right up in your
Short range.
grill.
Honestly, if we had another character, maybe we could invest in some
Right.
sensors.
That's where I
Yeah.
go to. It is your turn to take a shot. Nope. A science officer is going to balance before we go. Yep.
I wonder where he's gonna put it all.
Natural 20.
I have a guess. That
what
means
is
you
the
get
critical
5% of your
effect?
shield points back.
Is that what it is?
Yeah.
Not super helpful.
Oh, an extra
Really?
5% shield? That seems
Sounds
good.
pretty good, yeah.
Ba-ba-ba-ba-ba. Okay.
That sounds.
Maybe he doesn't have very many shields.
I mean, your
You've
six
hit
got
3
shields
critical
last time.
thresholds. Wild guess.
Yeah.
Okay, we're going to. Okay. 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 All right. I'm able to do that. And I am going to, or you guys get to take a shot because we are on the gunnery phase.
Let's go,
Taking the
Alexander.
computer bonus.
All right.
21. That is
That's
a
a
hit.
one.
Gets AC. Roll some damage.
Ah, better,
Come on.
better than last time. Rolled 1, 2,
7
3
points
last
of
time.
Last time.
That is to my forward.
Yep.
Okay, 7 points of damage. Done. This guy's going to attempt to make an attack with the same weapon we used last time. With the computer bonus.
And
Here we
that
go.
flip and burn was that burn and flip was really good.
That is a
It was
19
really good.
against
Yeah.
AC.
I think that's right.
And
Yeah.
here comes damage. Man, literally cannot... I can't roll tonight. That's 9 points of damage.
Woo! To our forward, right?
To your forward.
Woo! Nice.
Okay, that's the end of the gunnery phase. Top of the order. Round 7. Changing roles. Anybody?
No.
Excellent. Engineering.
Divert, shields. Roll.
Yeah.
Natural 15.
Like I said, if you want to shoot, you're welcome
No,
to. I can divert.
dude. This
I can divert for a few
so
rounds.
good.
Okay, that's a success. All right. On to the piloting check.
Nice.
Okay. That is the piloting check. On to helm phase. I am up. I think I am going to... Man, you have tons of spots you can move to. I'm going to attempt a flip and burn.
You know, it makes sense if you flip and then burn in reverse.
What?
If you what?
If you flip and then burn in reverse, you go backwards.
Oh
Yeah,
my gosh.
it makes sense. to
You
think
throw your
about it like
Starship
We
that.
did kind of do
reverse.
that because I
Yes,
turned us
yes.
first and then moved us down. So
Right.
Now,
we reverse
actually,
thrustered away.
I am going
yeah,
to
I mean, I
attempt...
guess if you think about it, right? If you're in space and you're moving one direction, you do have to turn around. You
To
like
slow.
slow down, right, to go the
Yeah.
other way.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm going to attempt a back off. I do succeed, which lets me move half my speed.
Well, that's the
Backwards.
reverse move.
Yeah, that's the
Uh,
reverse thrusters. There you go.
You actually have reverse thrusters. Okay.
And I am done. At least with my pilot.
Okay,
Ramming,
good stuff.
ramming speed. Ramming speed. Look at him. It's
You
ramming.
could.
We're not
You could
gonna
do
It's like
ram
a
them.
bad idea.
You could do it.
Ramming speed. We need to buy a freaking ram, dude. Ugh.
Well, they've made us not be able to get behind them.
Okay, while you're
What do you
thinking
think the
about what
range
you're going
is
to
on
do, I'm going to target system with my
their
science
weapons?
officer.
Because we could just
I
like
don't know.
move out of range, maybe. Because he's already so far.
But he'd be moving out of range of ours also.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just get out of
Prolonging
that
the
front
battle.
arc because it's a
Just
can.
yes, and just ram him.
Oh no, flip and burn again.
Flip and burn again.
Yeah, you fly towards him, turn around, so our
Yeah.
app's facing him.
I did
That's
just look at
actually not
our
a bad idea.
stats
Right?
and thought
Right?
about that. Okay. Kind of like it.
It's some weird maneuver to think about. but-
I am
It's
targeting
a
your
fun one.
engines, by the way.
Ah,
What does that mean?
Target system.
Shouldn't
target your
we
engines.
get out
our
of the
engines
front?
malfunction.
Shouldn't we get out of the front arc though?
Oh yeah, the other arcs were malfunctioning, right?
We can't.
Yeah, no. The
Dang,
front
what's
arc is
the-
3d8. Yeah, if we move. Wait.
What is
move like
the
here,
What is the
right?
arc?
It's
Or
this
here.
diagonal. Yeah.
Yeah, it's this diagonal.
So as long as we get to one of these squares. So
One of those over there.
Calling them squares.
We can go over there. Let's go.
Pretty good.
Yeah, that's
Do
true.
it.
His front weapon seems like it's its best bet,
Mhm.
other than that magic rocket launcher it has.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Which seems like it's out of shot, so that's nice.
In that case, we'll just evade
Possibly.
and move there.
Nice. Nice.
We succeed.
I think at this point we somebody should look up how fast it takes to regenerate rockets and projectiles, because I have a feeling it's 1 minute per projectile. It could be 10. I can't remember.
I'll look it up.
But we've been 8 rounds already.
Are we
I'm
getting
gonna
close to
die.
regenerating shields?
I mean, you regenerate.
How many rounds does it take to regenerate?
Yeah, probably like 2 per minute. I think is what it is.
Okay.
Around 6 seconds. So yeah. Are you done, Alex?
Yes, sir.
Okay, gunnery phase. I'm gonna attempt to shoot you with my port weapon here.
Just so you know, limited fire weapons. You need 10 minutes outside of combat.
Outside of
I
combat.
thought
Got
that
it.
was it. Okay.
Got it. All right, that is an 18 against AC. That's a hit. Let me
Yeah.
roll some damage. That is 6 points of damage.
Or port.
Yep. You
Yep.
guys are up.
All right. I'm firing this
I do
light particle
encourage.
beam again. Oh, okay.
Hold on.
Yeah.
Just give me a little bonus. Oh, well.
Yeah, I did
Oh,
it,
I got
right?
it exactly. Yeah.
Thanks.
Okay.
And I'm going to take computer bonus also.
Take a shot.
14?
14 is a hit exactly.
Nice.
Got him.
Good thing we used all those bonuses.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Why?
What
Why
is
did that
happening?
matter?
Getting worse.
1, 2,
You sure you don't
One
wanna shoot,
damage
Jake?
to my... that would be my port. Okay, damage
Anyway.
applied. That's the end. Damage phase. Change your rolls. Anybody?
Would you like to swap, Liz?
Caleb, you have seen my rolls. Just in life lately. I can give it a try
true,
if you
true.
want. My
I don't
shields
care.
are looking pretty good.
They are looking good. Yeah. I'll put some more on the shields, though.
Okay,
You
we'll
can-
do a
you can
swip
fire.
swap. Pop.
Okay. Engineering.
All right. Oh, I can actually just click the button now. This is nice.
Yeah, sorry. I'm gonna have to try and figure out what's going on with that. I don't know why it's.
That's all good.
I'm attempting to divert. That is a success. All right. So
I also got a success.
nice. All right.
It seems weird to me that divert is like so good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it seems like you
things
should
start-
be actually diverting, like taking power from somewhere. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
But
right.
it's
It
just
sounds
you get
like
free
it should
power.
make something else, but it's like, yeah, no, it's just like, hey, you want some shields? Yeah, no, here you go.
All right. Piloting check. Here we go. I think my captain is going to attempt to encourage here. Yep. All right.
What, my captain?
That's a success.
Do you want encourage? I was gonna encourage gun, but
You can encourage gun, that's fine.
Okay. On to the helm phase. Indefatigable, you're first.
well,
Yeah,
maybe I should have done you.
that's fine.
Wouldn't have mattered.
Yeah, it would have to be
Oh, there you
demand.
go. I already demanded.
Yep.
I'm sorry, I already demanded one thing of you. I can't do it again. Can't possibly do it again.
It would honestly, it would just be rude.
It's like the
Always got
thing.
these
It's like,
fancy
did I heal
maneuvers.
you today? Oh, sorry, I can't. Couldn't possibly heal you.
Twice in one day, what would the neighbors say?
Nice.
There it is.
Evade. Okay. All right, that's you. I'm also going to attempt an evade stunt here. Yeah. Okay. That is a success on the evade. Okay, let's do some movement here.
Easy slant, you guys. Don't quit.
All right, we're facing that way. Success on the evade. You are up. It's your shot.
Alright, I mean, I guess I
Let's
just...
get the encourage on.
Okay.
Let's do it.
Take that computer.
There it is.
Okay, that's a success. 18.
Nice.
Have.
So when I pick quadrant, I just pick any, right? Sorry, I haven't shot.
y-
Oh, I never picked
We have to pick
quadrant.
the one
Just
we can hit,
launch it.
So I'm okay. So it would
Forward
be
or-
his forward.
or we could hit starboard. Is that
Could
true?
we hit starboard from here?
No, you're completely in the forward port.
Okay, so
Or
we'll,
forward
we'll
arc,
hit,
I mean.
we'll hit his forward.
Or, sorry, I'm completely in your starboard arc.
Right.
I guess.
Yeah,
Okay.
but, if we
But
shoot
what
you,
arcs are
we
in
shoot you
our-
in forward?
I mean, I guess. it makes sense because you're in my forward arc, so you'd have to hit my
Right.
forward.
17?
17 against AC is a hit. Roll damage.
Oh,
Nice.
is there an easy way to roll damage, or just roll 3d6?
There's
Is
a
the
damage
button on the
the
weapons page?
button on the weapon.
Oh, on the weapon!
That's right. Fire
Interesting.
things. The weapon.
Okay. And this is the
Yeah,
like,
you can
particle
attack from
beam.
there too.
Interesting. Okay. Okay.
Yeah,
It's gonna let me roll
much
this.
better.
Yeah.
My
Yeah.
goodness.
Better.
All right.
fair enough,
Apply
fair enough.
damage to my forward.
Like, I don't know, man. My luck in games
Okay.
has been shit recently. I don't know.
True. True.
All right. Let's see. The Barzad is going to attempt to take a shot here, as per usual. Yeah. All right. Let's do that. Big rolls. Big rolls. Big rolls. Man, that's a 15 against AC.
Right.
All right. Damage.
Close.
Here we go. Come on. Any amount of rolls. That's better. That's 16 points of damage.
Better. That's way better. What are
I
you
rolled
talking about?
a 4
I mean, it's
on
the-
3d8,
it's the
so don't
3d8.
even.
That's why we don't want to be in the front.
All right.
That was close. Close.
All right. Back to the top
Yeah.
of the order. Round 10
Almost there.
changing rolls. Anybody?
Do we want to reshuffle? Caleb redistribute. I do engines, co-shoots.
Oh,
Or do we want to just go for it?
I don't
Sorry,
think anyone's got
no,
to shoot,
no.
but yes.
I
Sorry,
can
that
shoot,
seems good.
if you
Luna.
want to go back full on the shields again.
Yeah, that'd probably be good.
Yeah, just because our port is depleted. So let's, okay.
Yeah.
Choo-choo.
And I'm here.
Just running around the ship like crazy people.
All right.
Caleb, are you going to science?
Yeah, but I can't
You
take
just
myself
can't
there.
move there.
All right.
Oh, right. Oh, I threw you out the airlock. Sorry.
Engineering
You
phase.
monster.
Get off
I'm
of
so
my chair.
sorry. Yeah,
How
I mean, you
dare
know
you.
what's gonna happen.
Engineering phase. Where are you
First
supposed to be at,
sudden but
Caleb?
inevitable
Gunners?
betrayal.
There
Yeah.
we go.
No, he's science. Oh, whatever.
Yeah, but I
Nice.
can't put him there. I
Yeah,
can't
yeah,
put him
yeah,
there.
right, right,
Yeah,
right.
sure,
Okay.
that's fine.
Our shields are back, baby. 6.5 in port.
Nice.
All right. I succeed as well.
Caleb, make sure you put that half from forward into the port.
I'll
This is
keep
why
that
we
in
keep
mind.
track of it.
Okay. That's engineering phase. Piloting check. Captain's going to do an encourage here again on my pilot, which will be a success. No problem.
Nice roll.
Man, you rolled better than I did. Didn't help. All right. I am up first. Helm phase. I think I'm just going to attempt a... I think I'm going to attempt to back off here again. Another action, another stunt for back off. Let's see. Rule. That is a success. All right, so I'm going to move 4 spaces back to there, and I am done. Go.
Mm-hmm. Oops. I was just trying to measure. That'd be 8. Can't get behind them.
We can
They can get out of their forward arc.
towards them.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's out of the forward arc too.
We can go all the way over here.
All right. Target system.
And
That is a
this
success. I'm targeting your engines again.
within range.
So shoot.
Yeah, it should
Yeah.
still be in range.
Okay.
7 hexes.
Gunnery check.
Um,
Taking a shot.
Hang
What are
on,
you
I'm
doing, balancing?
rebalancing.
This is
Oh, sorry. I forgot you were a science officer.
No problem, no problem. Alright, so I'm taking 4 out of the aft, and I'm putting them in the port.
Okay. Port arc here. Gonna take a shot. My laser cannon. That is an 18 against AC. Rolling damage. Not gonna be super great. 6 points of damage.
Alright.
You guys are up.
All right.
All right, that's a hit. Roll some
Nice.
damage.
Yeah.
All right.
Man,
Don't
you roll
we
so
can't
much
roll
better than
damage.
me. Damn it.
11 points of damage. That shot pings through the side of the hull, and you see the ship sensor or the ship system start to just.
Thank God.
Let's see who's currently in. Let's see,
Good.
engineering. Lisk, you would see on your console that a auto destruct system has been initiated,
No.
and you will
That's
have
bad.
1 round to get out of its AOE, which currently you're not in, so you can
But
sit
we
there
want
and
it
watch.
alive.
Is there any way to
But the
stop that?
Barzad goes down. There is not a way to stop it. You're not on the ship. You can't get to the ship in time. It's 1 round. You would have to actually board it. It
Get us to the ship,
explodes.
quick.
Can't hack it from range, you know? Tap into their...
Nope.
Maybe if we had good sensors.
Hey.
Can we scan the debris to see if the beacon is intact?
Ah, yes.
Transponder.
All right,
yes.
we have now completed a 2-hour Starship combat, which makes me think that, yes, I'm going to look at Starship Combat Revisited for our next Starship Combat session.
Hey.
I would
Yikes.
love that so much.
There's a couple cool things I've read about in it that I already like. One, every action that you do utilizes a portion of your PCU, which means it
Yeah.
gets depleted.
Yeah,
So
that makes more sense.
you can only do so much until you have to regenerate your PCU. Also, you can't take the same action 2 rounds in a row. So you can't just divert. It encourages you to do other things. There's a
like
couple
that.
other things that are really good too, but it also gets rid of this stupid rounds-based combat, and you just do everything all at once. So you roll initiative. Whoever goes first goes first. Whoever goes second goes second. Period.
That does sound better.
So I'm gonna look at that. We might try it for our other session tomorrow night. I haven't quite decided. There's some things I need to change with Starships before we do it, if we're going to. Okay, so let's talk about what you see. You scan the wreckage.
Scanning.
I need
Let's
you to
budget
make
scanners.
me an engineering check. Whoever is at the engineering console. I think that's Lisk.
Do some
Yeah.
engineering.
Okay. Yes. Sorry. What do you need?
An engineering check.
Oh, okay.
Yes, that's me. Yes.
Sorry, I didn't hear what you asked.
You're right. You're right.
Okay.
All right.
Nice.
26, no problem. You do recognize a couple things in the wreckage of this ship. You do see and are able to spot what looks to be a transponder inside of a
Get
black
it.
box that you can pick up.
Nice.
You also see, because your roll is very high, you see that you believe there is enough material you can salvage from the wreckage of this ship to upgrade your ship to tier 3.
Oh, wow.
We salvage
So
it, baby.
good.
Lots of salvaging.
Whoa.
You
so we're gonna
also
do all
have
that.
the option to, at this roll, salvage the light Aeon torpedo launcher that is
Yes,
quantum,
please.
because it has become detached from the ship and is currently just floating in space.
Yes,
So
I was
good.
going to make a joke about us finding that, but yes.
So good.
It's specific what you can get based on your check here. So you're able to find everything. That's a very good engineering check.
Nice job, Liv.
Yeah, I try.
And with that destruction of that ship, we're at the end of book 1.
No.
Oh my god. We did it.
Nice.
End of
Level
book
4.
Do we know?
Let's
is this the
go.
ship? Do we know if this is the ship that was in orbit before, like when we got first got here?
So yeah, you can make me a culture check if you'd like.
Hmm.
Oh, sure.
22. The ship does not appear to be the ship you saw in orbit when you arrived. It is, based on what you saw during combat, it is different color. It moves much slower, and you're not getting any of the weird sensor pings off the ship that you were when you first arrived at Nakondis.
But we knew this was the Barazad.
You know this is the Barazad because that's what information you were given by Chatterbug. He was able to see the transponder after they were able to rebuild the comm station.
Did we know with the ship that was here when we arrived, was that one of his Lanty make?
You already checked that? You don't know.
Okay.
One of the very first things you did was a culture check, see if I could identify the ship. It's too far away. If you remember, it was like almost all the way on the other side of the planet. You could just barely see it.
It
over
made
the
some weird
horizon.
noises at us.
Yeah.
Made some weird noises at you.
But the
Although, granted, you
Bearzot
don't
is
know
the
if that
one
you don't know if that came from the ship. You just know, generally speaking, when you tried to scan it, you got feedback in the way of some strange.
I tried
noises.
to open a comm.
Yes, you tried to open a comm.
The Bearzot is the one that Zolan Uvestra sent.
That is correct. So
with Lieutenant Sharu. Okay.
Right. So you know some of that. You know that this Sardat sent this ship to come here to invade this planet, along with another ship, which you already learned the name of, which is the Silver Needle. That Silver Needle, if you remember, is destined for a prison colony inside of the Aslanti Star Empire.
Gulta.
And it's carrying, it is carrying both Sedona 17 and the technomagical relic, which you know that is a rune drive.
Right.
But we have a transponder, so that's one potential avenue.
You have a transponder, correct. So you have at least a single avenue that direction.
Do we want to check in on the planet?
If nothing else, Lisk needs like a week's worth of plain rule.
That too.
Still.
We need that, and we also all need to like sleep for a long time
and level up
so we can level up. Yeah.
Okay, so are you going to land and then go back to Madelone's Landing for a minute? Or are you staying in orbit?
We figured we would just hop out of orbit. Just fucking drop in.
There are rules for orbital drops if you would like to do that.
How would we get back is the real question.
That's a great question, but I'm just telling you there's rules for it. So if you want me to tell you how that goes...
Lisk can orbital drop and we'll fly down.
Yeah. And then recover his dead body.
Yeah.
He like uses multiple tactical knives to like fling on the things.
Break his fall.
No, we'll go to the garrison, and then Lisk can eat all of the flavorless gruel from the
flavorless gruel. You can
chef.
have that the chef make it for you. So you land your ship
on the surface.
You can at this point you can just land at Madelone's Landing. There's a spot where you can land your ship. You're able to get out. You go to the garrison. You find a bed. You're able to sleep. You're also able to eat some flavorless gruel.
Woo!
You do meet up with Ibretta. She, again, thanks you. You also meet up with Madeline Keshi. He just mentions that it's importantly enough, he says that they should be okay, and that Abdar Corp will be sending the Skyfire Legion to help recover the colony after the attack from the Aslanti.
Nice.
What's the Skyfire Legion? Space
sounds cool.
It does sound cool.
The name.
The Skyfire Legion is the Dragon Legion. It is a group of Triaxian elite military groups that have a mandate to offer protection to groups operating outside of the Pact World's jurisdiction. So they are from the planet Triaxis. They are Dragonkin, and they are mercenaries. They're going to show up and help clean up and protect the colony.
Are we working for them?
They're like the National Guard?
Yeah.
They're kind of like the National Guard. He also tells you that
dragons.
It's going to take them approximately 5d6 days to get here. So it's going to be a minute until they arrive.
Now.
Very precise.
Incredible.
It is going to take approximately...
Madeline's like, it'll take about...
It will take approximately 18 days for the
Skyfire
Legion to arrive. Caleb, he!
Sorry.
Man,
Madeline is...
I held back making the Poe doesn't know Madeline's a dude joke again.
Yeah.
Sorry, I did it accidentally.
Goodness.
Madeline is a feminine name, dude.
Yeah.
Switch it. Pick a different one. Like Crop Thor.
All right, so you guys are back here
that's
at the
a masculine
garrison.
name.
About 2 days into your time here, you receive a message from the stewards. It is a video message that arrived from...
I can get HP back.
I'm going to heal the full.
Yeah, can I also get HP back, please?
I mean,
I'm still at 1.
You're sleeping for 2... I mean, you're around for 2 days, so you're able to sleep for
2
days worth of rest.
And you could do the full rest for 24 hours and heal double if you want.
I'm down 2 HP, which is perfect.
Whoa.
How much do you heal?
Except
I'm
for-
sorry.
Level.
Level. Okay.
Hit
So we're
points
level
go
3,
up,
right?
though, because we're level 3, yeah.
Yeah, so we'll heal 2 and then we'll heal 3.
Jake, I want you to make me an engineering check. Liz, can you make me an engineering check?
Okie dokie. Is this at level 2 or at level 3? It's an important question.
Level
This
3.
is at
Who's
level
left?
3. Yeah, it's
level 3? So it's actually 19.
Okay, it's a 19. You would know after checking in on some things, 2 things. Number 1, you've just received this message from the stewards, and that you know the approximate amount of time it's been since you sent your original message to Absalom Station. You have now been on and around Nikondis for 12 days. The message that was sent to Absalom Station originally took approximately 3 days to arrive there. The message back from the stewards took 13 days to get back. So in that amount of time, because there was 1 day in transit, the message has finally arrived here. It took a little longer because drift travel, you just don't know how long it's going to take. It's just an arbitrary number. It depends on how good the drift engines are and how effective you are at traveling through the drift. So it took a while for this second message to get back, but you are able to verify it, and you do see that this did come from the Bastion, Steward's headquarters, and you are greeted on the video screen. All of you are, I assume, standing around it at this point. You can actually pull it up in the middle of the garrison if you like. But you're greeted, when you play the transmission, you are greeted by a human woman with brown skin and short black hair. And she says the following. My name is Major de Padre Ivasco of the Stewards. I don't know for certain whether you will have a chance to receive this message, or if the Aslanti invaders we believe to be in Nikondis' orbit intercepted you. If you're listening, then you are truly as resourceful as we have been told that you are, and I have no qualms about relaying the following information. We recently received a troubling transmission from the Pact World's colony Nikondis. It was sent from an android named Sedona-17, with whom I believe you are acquainted. She informed us that she had salvaged what she believed to be an experimental starship drive from an ancient wreck she discovered on the colony world, and that a ship from the Aslanti Star Empire had suddenly appeared in the colony's atmosphere. We received no further transmissions from the colony, leading us to assume her worst fears were true, that the Aslanti ship intended to attack the colony in order to lay claim to the device. Our records show that you were contracted by Abdar Corp to carry supplies to Nikondis, which leaves you as the only Pact World ship with a chance of knowing the exact situation on the ground. We are requesting your aid in a matter regarding the system-wide security of the Pact Worlds. If the Aslanti have indeed retrieved this experimental drive, we want you to enter the Aslanti Star Empire and attempt to either recover or destroy the drive. None of our ships, in Overwatch or otherwise, are close enough to intervene in this situation in a timely fashion. We're willing to deputize you in this operation in the Star Empire on our behalf for this mission. You come highly recommended by someone that we hold in very high esteem. We know that what we are asking is a lot from you with this request, and rest assured, you will be very well rewarded for your efforts upon your return. If Sedona is alive, I recommend you rendezvous with her as soon as possible. She will no doubt have more information on the current situation than we can provide you. Beyond that, I can only hope you accept our offer, and wish you good luck if you do. Ivasco out. And you see the steward's emblem rotate over the screen and the transmission ends.
You think we get badges?
If you would like to make a culture check, you can, or, I mean, it's a random message. You could also make a sense motive check here if you'd like. Kind of up to you.
20 culture. Can I do
20
both?
culture. That succeeds, you're good. From that check, you would know 2 things. The message is valid. You know the person that sent the message is a member of the stewards. You know that she is a high-ranking official. You're able to actually look at the message contents and you see that they have not been tampered with. Also, you glean a second message kind of lying underneath, which is that the stewards are hoping to maintain plausible deniability should something go wrong when you enter the Aslanti Star Empire. They don't want to spark an interstellar war, and a team of freeloaders could easily be disavowed as nothing.
Freeloaders.
So in effect, you are Jack Ryan, Shadow
Wait.
Recruit.
Some kind of Suicide Squad.
It's an unacknowledged mission.
You'd also know a couple other things too. It's up to you if you want to know more about the Aslanti Star Empire at this point.
I mean, I feel like I know pretty good. Really mean.
Racist.
Some real jerks.
Let's see. With that check, yeah, I think you'd know a couple things. You'd know two specific things. One, that this threat against Sedona is very real, and two, that the Aslanti Star Empire is not a safe place for anyone in the Pact Worlds to be. Major Avasco gives you access to some logs, which you can use and peruse on your trip to the Aslanti Star Empire, which is going to take... 1 second. It's going to take 6 days to travel there via the drift. So you will have some time on your way there to learn more about the Aslanti Star Empire, and that is if you go, but you do know that Sedona 17 is definitely under threat, and that this technomagical relic, the Rune Drive, is actually of great threat to the Pact Worlds if something isn't done about it.
What, sorry, I feel like this is gonna be a dumb question. What does the Rune Drive actually, like, do?
You don't for certain know,
Okay.
but you think that the Rune Drive is some sort of interstellar travel mechanism that operates outside of the drift.
Okay.
Which,
okay.
if given access to a hostile empire, could be incredibly detrimental.
Gotcha, okay.
Other questions you have about the payment, or not payment, sorry, other questions you have about the message.
I have questions about payment.
Yeah, it literally
Yeah.
says here, no information is given about the payment, and I was just reading it when I said that.
Weird, so, like, is it, like, half now, half later, or...
Well, you would know that the message wasn't accompanied by any amount of credits, because they weren't even sure it was going to reach you.
Sure.
Yeah. So you can send a message back, but you, again, don't know how long it's going to take to get there, because it has to travel through the drift.
All I'm gonna say is they're lucky they have our best friend, Sedona 17. Or we could be a lot more mercenary about this whole thing.
Is there anything you would like to do on Madelon's Landing before you depart?
Can I don't remember the specifics of the curse, but can I get enough gruel to cure this curse Lisk is still under? I say still, it's been like an hour.
A day.
Not even a day, dude. I got it. We killed 5 people, and then we had a space battle.
True.
You eat flavorless gruel for 1 week, so by the time you arrive, at the Aslanti Star Empire, you will be over this lesser curse of the Ravenous.
Excellent.
Is there
Yes.
like a spaceport or something to stop off at on the way, or slightly out of the way?
Let me explain where you currently are. You are in the Vast.
Because I'm a little low on darts.
You're in the Vast. Pact Worlds is far behind you, and you are out in the middle of nowhere. The path of travel between you and the Aslanti Star Empire has basically no points of interest.
Great.
Once you arrive, it is likely that you would be able to find something. However, you would have to, knowing that it's the Aslanti Star Empire, disguise yourself a little bit.
Got it.
We don't have any UPBs, right?
You did recover UPBs, if you remember, from the Royal Venture.
We did, in fact.
Okay. I'm gonna have to craft some darts.
Well, I mean, Lisk, actually, before I make this promise, let me check what Lisk's stats are. Lisk is pretty good at disguise.
I am not.
Well, yeah, you don't have to buy darts.
Oh, sure.
Lisk
Fair enough.
can
Lisk
shop.
bees the shopper.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Okay. One thing, as you're looking at this flight log, if you remember, you received the flight log from Lieutenant Sharu's datapad. that shows where they took Sedona 17 and the rune drive. You see that the line, the courier's route, enters the Aslanti Empire. At the edge, and there is a place where the transponder is scanned to make sure that it is an Aslanti ship. Then it continues to the Nice system, Nice system, and it ends on a moon in a system called Gulta, which we talked about earlier. You can choose to either find your own way, or you can follow the path directly. It is up to you. But other than that, it's time to take a trip in the drift.
Oh yeah.
You guys ready?
I have a random question.
Yeah, random question.
What does Sedona 17 do? Like, what are they? Like, they sold us our ship, but I get the vibe that she's not like a car saleswoman.
Yeah.
Right. She helped negotiate for your ship. She found a ship and was able to negotiate the price to almost half of what it would have been as a sort of gift to you guys for your friendship.
Okay.
She was a former steward, though. That's been her lifelong career before she retired and came to Abdar Corp, or came to Nakandis to assist in the establishment of Madelon's Landing.
Gotcha. Okay, I just wanted to... I knew she was vaguely something like that, but I didn't know exactly.
You're good. So we'll have time to talk about some of these other questions next time when we're in the drift. Is there anything you want to do here before you go?
Oh, here.
Here.
Unless I can get more grenades.
They won't have anything for grenades.
We already cleared the garrison of it. Of all that stuff, so...
I don't think there was a ton we left on the table. We could go beat up that guy at Bretta's shop just for old time's sake, you know? Just
go see how Jellic's doing. How's Jellic doing? Are they back together yet?
Good question.
As you're approaching Ibretta's junk shop, you see them yelling at each other from across the courtyard. I tell you what, you weasel, get out of here! You still ain't giving me my gun back. I know you lost it next to the cemetery when you was burying them Aslanti soldiers. Jellic's like, Ibretta, I'm sorry. I'll go. And you see him kind of shuffle off towards the back.
Oh. Just like we knew him from...
Yeah. Could we go to the cemetery and get the gun before?
Yeah, that sounds good.
You can go search for the gun. You absolutely can.
I mean, it wasn't like a... Obviously, it has sentimental value, but it wasn't like, oh, that's a nice gun.
It just has sentimental value. No,
okay.
It's not something spectacular.
That is what I thought. If it was like a nice gun, Lisk might be tempted. But he's not that big a jerk. He's not just gonna steal this gun to spite them.
When you saw him holding it, it looked like a decorated azimuth laser pistol. You don't even need to roll for that because you've already had one before. Or seen one before.
Okay.
No big deal.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Anyone else you'd like to talk to or assist with? Anything?
I don't.
Don't raise those eyebrows at me, Caleb.
I'm trying to think of anyone that wanted our help before we left on the ship, but I don't know.
I'm just saying this is more open-ended. It's up to you guys if you want to do anything here before you leave, or if you'd like to just say "Sayonara, suckers. Good luck rebuilding," and head out.
We did our job. We went way above what we were paid.
Yeah, are you kidding? We're FedEx employees.
Yeah.
We build a school and an orphanage or something.
Yeah.
Before we leave.
We help them build a statue in our honors.
You rebuild your civilization, we'll rebuild our ship with better guns.
Yeah, one person that was like really injured that didn't go.
Yeah, like what? We haven't done enough for these people.
They didn't want medicine. Yeah,
they didn't want to use medicine.
They definitely. So we shouldn't use any of our medicine on them. That's what we're saying.
We'd be spending time upgrading the ship for sure.
There are other colonists who are hurt. If you want to help them.
Okay.
It's up. Like I said, this is open-ended. It's up to you. I don't care.
I can go around treating deadly wounds.
I was gonna say,
we're here for a few days anyway, so I might as well.
You've been here for 24 hours, so yeah. It's up to you if you wanted to assist or just sleep.
I wouldn't use any of the consumables, but
no.
Actually,
I can go around using the med kit.
Lisk literally has been on 1 HP for like 2 hours now, so he's probably just gonna sleep the whole time we're here.
Okay, Caleb, I need you to make me a medicine check.
Okay. 19.
Good job.
A 19. Okay, you
It's a bad
succeed. You're
roll.
able to
Don't say good
provide
job.
basic first aid to some of the injured colonists.
Nice. Good.
Anything else? Anybody else? Anybody else want to participate in anything?
Do we want to go check out the mines? Do we have any reason to check out the mines?
Didn't we go there? Wasn't that where Chatterbug was?
I
No.
was just in a cave.
That was just
Oh,
in a
that was
cave.
just a
Yeah.
cave, not mine. Okay.
The mines are pretty far north. You could fly your starship there, but they're just... You know that the Aslanti never reached there.
Oh, okay.
They were only... If you remember, there were 2 green splotches on that map. One that was on Madelon's Landing and one that was up near the Royal Venture.
Okay.
Okay. I'm
good,
gonna call that good then. As you guys are heading to your ship, you do see Madeline Keshi kind of waving you down, and he is being followed by a couple of Madeline's Landing's engineers and people who are part of the colony, and they're pushing something on a hover cart. And he comes up to you and he says, "Friends, I just want to give our again thanks for your efforts here in rescuing us. I know this was not an easy task. I know you've spent much time here, and you've been injured greatly, and I wish we could have provided you more first aid along the way, such as Mark 1 serums of healing, or additional bugs where you rolled a D100 to the correct number. But alas, we are in need of all of the remaining items that you brought on your starship. However, I have been able to get the miners from the nearby Blue Tin Range to donate something from our own reserves that may be special to you. They've been able to construct this tactical railgun that you can mount to your starship
Right.
that may provide you of some use.
Yeah, I think that'll be really useful. Thank you.
Got some weapons now.
I do
Yeah.
ask that as you go and once you enter the Aslanti Star Empire to rescue Sedona, that you do give the Aslantes, give them our regards. Preferably at very high velocities.
How do I say this? Give them HE double hockey sticks.
And he will wave you off, and the engineers will load that onto the back of your ship, which you can assemble at any point during your trip to the Aslanti Star Empire.
Sick.
Let's tears up a
Yeah, do
little
we have
bit.
to spacewalk
Most
to
beautiful thing he's ever done.
make our ship better?
Do you have
Let's
to
let
what?
them do that. That's fine.
Spacewalk to make your ship better? No.
Yeah,
I mean, you can
apply the guns and
repair it. You can repair it here on the ground beforehand. You've had a little bit of time, so if you want to wait one more day, you can repair it a little bit more, and then you can go ahead and jump in the drift.
Oh, how does repairing hull on the ship work?
You can just spend time repairing it.
Okay. We're not down much. I think we only
No,
took
we're
like
not.
3 or something.
No, we took 10.
It
Oh.
is
We took 9.
Okay.
Starship repair
Alright.
from the SRD. Doing so
8.
costs 10 UPBs per point of hull damage and requires 5 hours of work regardless of number of the points repaired.
Okay.
So
10 UPBs per hull damage.
I don't know how much hull damage you have, but you're going to need to subtract that from your UPBs.
So we need 80 UPBs to fix the ship.
There you go. You can attempt an engineering check to cut the time or the cost in half.
I mean, I can do that. Can we wait until I'm level 3?
Yeah, you're already level 3. You're level
Oh,
3.
great.
Yeah, because you've been here for 2 days. You've already leveled up.
Can I roll that now?
Yep.
So this is gonna have 2, it's gonna be +2 because of level 3.
Okay.
It's almost a 30. Oh!
So the DC was 17.
Okay.
So you are able to cut the cost in half, and for every 10 points by which you exceed the DC, you can
Hey.
reduce one of the factors by half again to a minimum of 1 UPB per point of damage. So you cut from 80 to 40, and then you can cut from 40 to 20, so 20 UPBs to repair the entire starship.
I think that's pretty good, right? I mean,
Yeah, it's pretty good.
And it only takes you 5 hours.
yeah, definitely. We're not in a rush.
Yeah.
Okay.
What where do we have our group UPBs at? Is it in
It's-
loot or something?
It's probably in that loot table, yeah. That's where I think
Okay.
I put it last time.
Okay. Just because I have no use for UPBs as far as I was aware, so I wasn't really tracking it.
Okay.
Oh, this isn't it.
All right. You guys load into your starship. You take off from the ground, move through Nakandis' atmosphere, and you see your starship. You kind of pull off to the side and take one last look before you engage your drift engines and enter, for the first time in this campaign at least, the drift. And next week we'll see what happens while you're there. Bum, bum, bum.
You like link minds and then control a big robot.
That could happen.
Yep.
Anything could happen in the drift.
Only 2 of us, but we have to be compatible.
That's true.
So we have to do a training montage to see who's compatible with each other.
The captain's daughter, though.
Yeah.
Man, Starship combat, guys. It is
Brutal.
Takes a while.
something else.
Slow.
It's very slow.
Slow indeed.
And it's the same thing. It's the same thing over and
Yeah,
over.
it's not a lot. It's not very intense. It's very like, okay, I'm gonna do this. Okay, I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do this.
All right. Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go back through the 76-page Starships Combat revised PDF that this man published, and I'm going to pull out the individual cruise actions, and I will send them to you guys split so you can look at each of them. They're all different. The way combat works is different, and I will probably plan on doing that next time. We're also going to try it probably tomorrow night in our session because we're going to have Starship Combat there too. So we'll try that for next time. Hopefully it'll go a little bit smoother, and I'll be able to damage your starship once for more than a small amount.
You got
awesome.
Most of the way to a critical threshold.
Whoa! You know how many shields the Barazad had? 20 total.
Many? 20 total?
5 per quadrant.
Yeah, man, they invested in the wrong stuff.
Yeah. I mean, they had really powerful weapons. They just didn't do any damage. Yeah. Cool. All right. I guess that's it. Unless you guys have any other questions? Questions? Concerns? Thoughts?
There's a weapon specialization feat for Envoy because you get it, at level 3 or whatever for your class.
Mm-hmm.
Except it doesn't seem to apply anything.
Oh.
Yeah, I was about to test mine to see if it worked.
Weird. Okay, I'll look into it. Just send me a message. I'll take a look. And we will catch you next time. See you next week.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.